Hello, sorry, I've just realised I've been flipping muted. I bet you've not heard me for the past few couple of minutes, have you? For goodness sake, man. Right, sorry about that. I was just sorting out my settings and I didn't realise that my flipping microphone was muted. Sorry about that, people. Right, I've just been sorting my settings out on my phone in the YouTube chat. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. It is late. I've decided to do this whilst it's fresh in my mind as much as possible. I'll keep it as quick as I can. But yeah, it is an update on the health. So if you're watching this and you don't like me talking about my health and about the illnesses I've had for many years and what I've been going through recently with my health, then I think you better leave right now, as the song goes. So I'm just gonna get myself a bit more comfortable. Just give me a minute, please. Hey, Lamb Raven, love, how's it going, darling? Welcome, Lamb Raven and Gregory. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing okie both of you. I'm not expecting many people to turn up, to be honest with you, at the moment. This will probably be watched more in the morning, proper morning, or later on today at some point, maybe. We shall see. So yeah, if you don't like hearing about my health and you don't like hearing about updates to do with my health and the illnesses I've had for a long time, then as the song goes, I think you better leave right now. So, um, right, let me just get myself a bit more comfortable, yeah? See if we get any more people joining as well, because I'm trying not to repeat myself constantly. People just have to rewind if I have to keep repeating myself, because it's going to drive us all nuts. But like I said, I was just about to say that I'll keep it, excuse me, as short and sweet as I can. It is kind of complex what I've found out and what my little body is going through. I'm in absolute shock. I am disgusted. Um, I am so angry. Like, you guys have no idea. This is me in like a calmer state. I've had to proper have a rant and a rave. Me, mum, and dad have all been ranting and raving together about what's happened and the way that I've been treated, basically, after what I found out. And I knew there was something wrong. I knew there was something up, not just with my health, but with what the doctors were doing as well. So my gut feelings were right the whole time, mate. So let me just get myself a little bit more comfy, like I say. Let's have a goosey again. I'm not expecting many people to join, guys. It is like flipping just gone 2 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? 2 a.m. But like I said before, it's fresh on my mind. So whilst it's fresh in my mind, I want to get it out now, because I've basically got to get my bum batty, back to the hospital again in the next few hours' time. So I need to try and get some sleep when I can as well. So I'll do this live stream, try and keep it to like an hour or two, absolute max, something like that, and then get off. I need to really be off here, yeah, for like 4 a.m. latest, so I can try and get like 3 to 4, well, I'm gonna hit 3 to 4 hours sleep. I've got to get up at 8 a.m., yeah, and we've got to leave at 9:30 to get to a hospital that I've got to travel to with my parents, bless them. Right, hang on. Excuse me, I need a drink. Pardon me. Thanks, Gregory, love. Can't remember what was being said now. Which part? Oh, dear. Mm. Oh, the part like maybe of if you don't like, you don't watch kind of thing. Like Tile says, if you don't want to know, then you know where to go. Shimples. But yes, and as the song goes, I think you better leave right now. I'm assuming you mean that. Um, right, cool. Oh, we've got 17 people watching now. Right, just give us a minute, please, people, and then I shall give you this update. I'm trying not to repeat myself all the time, okay? Because I know people come and go. If you want to know if you've missed anything, just rewind the stream back and watch it back, okay, when you can in your own time. So that's all I can advise to do. If you miss it live, just rewind. Simple as that. You can even do it live and rewind and then come back to where we were at before. Do you know what I mean? Go back to the live part. So it's all good in the hood. You need to look back. That's fine. Okay. Right, so I've been very poorly again, like some people are aware. I gave you a bit of an update earlier on, what I knew at the time, how bad things were getting with the symptoms I was having, and I've had a lot of symptoms going on now for quite some time, we're talking the last few years, really, but in the past 6 months to a year, or sorry, in the last year to a year and a half, things have just got worse over time. So now I'm in a situation where I've got the vomiting that's happening, which was originally happening like every few weeks or like every month or so, pardon me. And then it started to happen more and more frequently, more and more often. So that was in the past like year and a half to 2 years, if that. And over time, I've just been losing the weight big time on top, of course, as well. That's been a big issue. And then, so my symptoms got worse. The vomiting came back with a vengeance, but like on another scale, mate. Yeah, really bad. So this happened on Sunday night, going into Monday. Tuesday, I stopped feeling sick and being sick as much. Like not feeling as sick, sorry, as much, and stopped being sick for that one day. However, the other symptoms were there big time, and I was getting pain in parts of my body aren't very nice. Well, it's not nice having pain anywhere, really, is it? At all, far from it. But like down below and stuff. And when I was going to the toilet, yeah, for a number one or a number two, it was very painful as well. I just didn't feel right at all. And I'm thinking, well, I've got lady problems, yeah, down there, like endometriosis and PCOS and all that jazz and vulvodynia and things like that. So it could be that, yeah, thinking that's what it is. Could be, part of it could be, yeah, don't get me wrong, some of it will be, yeah, for sure. But you'll find out in a second what I mean. So, other things, in fact, on top of that. And I'm very angry at the minute because I'm trying to get all this in my head right. So please bear with me, okay? I'm going to do this as fast as I can. But again, this is like freshish in my mind from the past few hours. But I've had to speak with family first, of course, and one of my very good friends. Yes, who's actually a YouTube friend as well. Oh, look at that, eh? Look at flipping that, eh? Go on now. Who I've known for a few years now. So, yes, they've been updated as well. And I need to update other people as well as soon as possible. So I will be catching up with messages, emails and all that ASAP. So I got worse the past few days. I keep vomiting, like I say. It started on Sunday into Monday. I stopped being sick on Tuesday for the day, but I felt terrible still on top, and I was getting terrible stomach pains and more pains down below and stuff, thinking this just don't feel right, and it keeps happening more and more and more. Instead of me vomiting every few weeks, I'm vomiting every week or every few days now. It's ridiculous. So basically, we've had nausea, vomiting going on, and stomach pains, really severe stomach cramps and pains all across my stomach, inside, everywhere, as well as like outside as well. And it's like around my umbilicus, your belly button, around the area, and like all the way around the sides. It's most of my stomach, to be honest with you. And there was something hard there, hard when she was feeling my stomach. She could feel something there. I'm like, okay. She could see how much pain I was in when she was just trying to do this examination, the lady that I saw at the hospital before. So I was having all these symptoms, yeah, nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, stomach cramps on another scale, like 8, 9 out of 10 kind of pain, guys, yeah. And I'm used to chronic pain, but this was really terrible. Stomach felt like it was on fire, man. And then the pains down below, when I was going to the toilet for a 1 or a 2, it was really uncomfortable, yeah, and really painful too. So we've got all this going on, yeah. And then on top of that, in the past 48 hours of that, 48 hours, last just over 2 days, I'd say by now, we've had these awful other symptoms kicking off where basically my body starts to shake and tremor. It's like convulsions, whatever you call them. That's what my dad called it before. And he had to literally try and hold me up earlier on. And he's a strong Polish man, do you know what I mean? And my legs were like a newborn lamb, yeah, on another scale that can't quite walk properly and it's trying to get its balance, yeah. Imagine that, trying to walk normally, yeah, and all of a sudden your legs start giving way and they start tremoring, but on another scale, man. So it's really, really severe and very intense. My mum and dad are there trying to pin my legs down for me, do you know what I mean, to try and get it to settle and rub my legs, rub my feet, bless their hearts and souls. Thank you so much, Mummy and Daddy. I love you so much. You have no idea. They've both been incredible as always again. So these symptoms have gone on like all of this week and the end of last week too. So we've got to the stage where the shaking got so intense, it was like convulsions, whatever you call it, whatever the word is, yeah, where it's like a flipping demon's trying to come out of my body or something, you know what I mean? It was really, really severe, very, very intense, severe shaking on another scale, like convulsions, whatever the word is. Sorry if I'm butchering that. So we had no other choice but to contact the doctors. The doctors were fully booked up. They couldn't see me at the time on that day. Fine. What do I do then? They knew the story. They knew what were going on. What do I do then, please, love? Right. Okay. What you need to do, yeah, Laura. Right. Ring up 111, yeah, and tell them. Make sure you tell them from us, yeah, that we're fully booked up, right, yeah, and that we've got no spaces for you today, and this is why we've told you to ring up 111 so they can help you out and sort you out. All right, that's fine. Okay, that's what you're saying. That's not a problem. Thank you. So, and she kept saying, make sure you tell him, yeah? Make sure you tell him, yeah, that you couldn't get an appointment today because we're fully booked up. Please make sure that you tell them that so they know the situation. I'm like, that's fine. Taffy, please don't put me off, mate. I'm trying to get this straight, this flipping update that's happened in the past few hours. My head is an absolute fecking wreck, and I'm just trying to read that. And yeah, right now my head can't even handle a normal sentence. So, yes, but I can't even see the screen properly as well. I'm like going cross-eyed here because I'm so exhausted and I've been so unwell. And this is just blowing my mind, this update. So, I'm nearly there. Where's my thingy gone? Where's my lighter? I'm gone, sorry. Welcome, everybody. I hope everyone's doing all right. Whoever's watching or watching this on replay, hashtag replay. Thank you very much for being here. And please don't be horrible with your comments. If you don't want to be, you know where the door is. Read the title of the live stream. A health update. Then in brackets, if you don't want to know, then you know where to go. Shimples. Winky smile face. So there you go. Please, if you've got nothing nice to say, just don't bother saying it at all or typing it at all, okay? Thank you very kindly. And, right, so, where was we up to now? Yeah, so we ring up 111. We tell them what the doctors have told us, yeah, that we can't get an appointment today. Okay, fine, we'll try and help you. She takes down all my symptoms, my medications I take every day, daily, all that jazz, the usual stuff. In the end, she said, yeah, you definitely need to be checked by somebody and seen. So we need to get someone to phone you back. Not a problem. Someone rings me back, say within the hour or just under an hour. I speak to a nice woman on the phone, and she's one of the paramedics / nurses there. And so she was really understanding and kind and caring, which she should be, of course, in this type of work. And she was saying to me, yeah, come down for 7:35 p.m. this evening and we'll see you as soon as possible. You're booked in, so you should be seeing like pretty much straight away. I'm like, awesome, thank you so much. So I get myself down there, me, mum and dad get in the car. We go down to the local hospital, yeah, just down the road from here. We get there, they've got a local urgent care. They've not got a proper A&E, but they've got like other departments and other wards and whatnot. But they don't have like a proper A&E department there, you see. You've got to travel half an hour or so to get to that one. So, in the end, let me find before I forget again. Hang on. My back is freaking killing me and I'm not bloody surprised. Flipping sides. Right. So, we end up getting told, come down 7:35, right, local hospital, and we'll help you out. We do that. We drive for like less than 5 minutes and you're there. Yeah, it's just down the road, round the corner from the house. Not a problem. We get there, we park up, we go in. Within literally less than 5 minutes, yeah, they're calling my name. And I got there like 10 minutes earlier, just under 10 minutes early. Couldn't quite believe it. And this is urgent care. There were people in there, of course, and it wasn't super busy, but it was like, you know, nearly halfway full of something. And people coming and going all the time. So we get in urgent care locally. We get in there, I give her an update. I see the lady that I spoke to on the phone, who is the nurse / paramedic lady. And she's, you know, allowed to do parts of what a doctor can do and prescribe medications and stuff like that and treatments. But, you know, she's not a fully qualified doctor, just to make that clear. but it's incredible what she's been able to tell me in the space of the time that I was there. I've been home a few hours now. I had time to process this a little bit more, but I've had to update family and a close friend as well, and I've still got more friends to update to and family. So I wanted to get this out there whilst I could, whilst it's kind of freshish on my mind ish from a few hours ago. And because tomorrow or later on today, sorry, yeah, in a few hours' time, I've literally got to get my little arse back over to another hospital, which is over half an hour to just over half an hour drive away. So I get tested for my urine sample gets tested, yeah. My urine gets tested, do a sample of that, and also I get my blood work done, yeah. Literally, right, within like 15 to 20 minutes, absolute max, yeah. I had, if that, right, I had my blinking flipping results, yeah, come through, right, for the blood work, yeah. Those came through within 15 to 20 minutes, absolute maximum. And the same in a few minutes after I did my pee sample, yeah, my urine sample, within 5 minutes, she was calling me back through again. Sorry, battery's going on my laptop. Let me just stick that charger in. Right, okay, hang about. Hello, Lamraver. Hello, Taffy. Hello, Gregory. Hello, anybody who's watching. I know there's 22 of you there, so nice one for watching. And yeah, I'm getting this out as quickly as I can. Right, so we get to urgent care locally, yeah. We get bloods done, we get urine samples done. Within half an hour, yeah, we're walking out with the door with actual answers, right, of some description, instead of not being told the whole truth, which is what I'm finding out more from yesterday evening. So we leave there. Sorry, we're still there. I get that tested. We're there for half an hour, like I say, and then we go. Before I go, she tells me obviously what's going on. She went, right, Laura. She said, your bloods actually came back all right. However, there is a bit of a problem. I'm like, oh, I just knew it. I knew it. I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, hang on. It's gone off again. Well, I'll go on camera, yeah, but look terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm sick as a dog, so you'll understand a bit more why in a minute. Right, hang on. So the test mode, God, look horrendous. Oh, my good God, Laura, look at the state of you, girl. Oh my dear God, look how scrawny I look now. Flipping Nora. Right, so we get the blood work done, yeah? We get the urine samples done as well. Within half an hour, we're getting out the door. She gives me my results. She said, Laura, right, your blood work came back all right, but then we've noticed that you've got an infection somewhere. I'm like, oh, whoopsie-doo. I did have a feeling about this in the past few months, and my mum and dad have been saying the same thing with some of the symptoms I've had. But when I go to the doctors, they're telling me, oh, no, everything's fine with your blood work and your urine samples, this, that, and the other. So they're making it out to me, yeah, as if everything's okie-dokie and all is clear. However, this infection has been lurking for quite some time. How long it's been there precisely, exactly, we're not quite sure at this moment in time. But this has been going on for a long, long time with the nausea, vomiting, stomach cramps. And then now we get a lot of shakes at times. At times my body convulses like a demon's coming out of me. I shake uncontrollably. It starts in my thighs. It works its way down to my tippy toes. And it shoots up and down me like an electric shock on another scale. It's horrendous. And it then puts me, my body, and my little stomach that's going through agony already as it is, through even more pain and exhausts me further too. It's horrendous. So if I start shaking like crazy on the live, I do apologise and I will try to turn the camera off or like do that something. Hopefully I'll do it in the nick of time because, you know, I don't mind showing if my leg's twitching, but if my whole body is going to town with shaking and like that, nah. I'd rather you didn't see me like that, to be honest with you. This is bad enough as it is. Anyway, so we get the test results back. We find out, yeah, that I've got an infection of some description. But as the more she looked into it and the more she found out, she worked out from what we know so far, this is looking like I've got not only a bowel infection that has been there for God knows how long, but also I've got a blockage of some description is going on somewhere in the body, and it's sounding like at the moment that this blockage, yeah, is possibly, we say possibly for now until we find out more later, is possibly, yeah, linked to this infection that I've got. She seems to think it's an infection around my bowel. I've got hardness. I'm very tender and sore, yeah, when you examine my stomach area and all around here, there, and further down, yeah. Very sore, very tender, very painful. But certain spots she was feeling, she's like, oh, yeah, I can feel, I can feel like rock hard, like spots on you, rock hard. She went, you got a blockage somewhere. So she seems to think that I've got a bowel infection, yeah? And on top of that, I've got a blockage. And she seems to think that it could potentially, possibly, maybe be coming from the bowel infection, but it's basically got blocked up. Where you got your bowel, yeah, and then you've got like your large intestine and all that, yeah. The massive large intestine is like 10 meters long or whatever, yeah. That bad boy. Fucking, it sounds like something's going on around there, basically, and that there's a blockage of some description going on of God knows what. It could be of number twos, it could be other things, but if that's the case, they have left me for a very, very long time with these symptoms and with this infection and blockage from what I know and I've been told so far from a professional paramedic and also a professional hospital nurse who can prescribe medication, who works in A&E, urgent care, all that stuff. And she was lovely. She was absolutely fuming, yeah? She was fuming, mate, because she was like, I can't believe, yeah, that the doctors, right, yeah, have sent you over here, Laura, to me. I went, what do you mean, love? She went, listen, they shouldn't keep doing this to you. They shouldn't keep passing you from pillar to post and see this specialist, see that one, do this, do that. I'm doing everything you've asked me to do and more. And most of my tests are coming back clear. And then yesterday evening, early nighttime, a few hours back now, we find out I've got an infection somewhere, and she seems to think it's coming from my bowels, and there's also a blockage before you get to my bowels, basically. So it's sounding like the large intestine has got a big blockage going on somewhere. And when she was examining my tummy area before, yeah, my abdomen and all that, yeah, she could literally feel blockages, like hardness within me from just, gently feeling around and examining me. So that's kind of crazy. And the problem is now, though, yeah, she was like, you've been left like this, Laura, for a very, very long time. How long have you been like this for? I'm like, girl, this has been going on, yeah, on and off for the past few years now. I said, but especially the past year to 18 months, yeah, 12 to 18 months, I've suffered like hell, going through all this nausea, vomiting, stomach pains on another scale, cramps, all that shit. And then now we've started with this tremoring stuff, like I'm having convulsion type things and like a demon's trying to get out my body, mind and soul. So when that kicks off, that really irritates everything. It's incredibly painful, and it could be linked to this, what's going on now I've just explained to you about, or it could be linked to something completely different. If that continues to happen, I can feel it literally trying to happen now as I'm speaking to you, then yes, I will have to get that looked into, investigated further. But I will be obviously speaking to them about this, yeah, when I get my backside back to flipping A&E again, but at a different hospital. So, 2 seconds, let me just check the chat. Hello, the boxer. At the moment, I'm not 100% certain, the boxer. I hope you're doing well. I'm going back to hospital in a few hours' time. I'm basically going to be leaving here with my parents at 9:30 in the morning. We travel half an hour or so to get there for just gone 10 a.m. We've got a letter from the person that I saw earlier on, the nurse / paramedic lady, who is very kind and understanding, and he's very pissed off with my doctor right now and the doctor's surgery in general and anyone who's dealt with me, because we found out other things too. Bear with me. So at the moment, it could be linked to something like that, mate. You never know. But until I go back to hospital in a few hours' time, I ain't going to know, mate. So I don't want to jump the gun and be like, oh, yeah, it's that when I'm really not sure. All I know for now, yeah, is that I've got what looks like, so far, it's looking like I've tested positive for a bowel infection of some description. And I've also got a blockage going on somewhere. So it sounded like maybe, quite possibly, you can feel this through my stomach as well. There's parts that are rock hard, and it's not muscle and all that. It's within the tissue. Do you know what I mean? I'll check the chat in a second. I know people coming in. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to not lose my train of thought again. If you need to rewind, that's fine, not a problem. Go for it. I don't want to have to keep repeating myself. So if you've missed what's happened so far, the main part of the story, well, one of the main parts of the story, really, then please just rewind and come back when you can. That's fine with me. Right. So, hello, Nick Starling. Hello, Gregory. Again, Box, hello again, sweetie. And hello, all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Landraver, hello again, darling. That's it, sorry. I meant to say the small one, not the long one, the large one. Sorry, mate, I'm getting myself all mixed up here with bloody intestine sizes. Yes, of course. It will be the small intestine if it's a blockage. That's the long one. The large intestine is the short one at the end. That's right. That's right. Very true. Well done. Yes. There you go, guys. It says it all there. So let me just put that on the screen so people can see it there too. Right, cool. So it'll be the small intestine if it's a blockage. That's the long one. The large intestine is the short one at the end. Right, that's how we remember it. It's like the opposite way, rounding it to what you think it's going to be. But hey ho, there you go. Such is life, eh? The human body is a crazy, amazing thing. It really flipping is. How I've got through this for so long and had this infection and blockage for is what we need to now be working out. But she was absolutely disgusted, yeah. The woman who saw me today, yesterday evening, said, Laura, you've been left in this situation for a long time. You've been vomiting for at least 12 to 18 months, the way you have been, and then getting worse and worse over time. This has been going on and off for the past over 10 years. This has been going on for you, and I've had every test done under the sun pretty much now. And guess what? They're all coming back clear, yeah? Because they ain't looking for the right fucking thing, excuse my French. But guess what? Guess what I also found out, yeah? Right? The head doctor that I see, yeah? Who's supposed to be a head doctor, right? And know everything to do with being a doctor and this, that, and the other, yeah? They're supposed to be proper trusted, right, yeah? Well, I'm not going to say a real name, yeah? But I'll call her Dr. Dickhead, okay? Dr. D or Dr. Dickhead, right? That's who I'm talking about, this annoying doctor. For months, she's been driving me up the wall. She doesn't properly listen at times. She has been going to pillar to post, going round and round in circles and taking forever to get the simplest things done, yeah? Well, on top of that, right, not only have we got that going on for ages, also, yeah, she's ended up flipping. She has not been typing out my notes, yeah, in the note section of my patient files, yeah, right? My hospital notes, my doctor's notes, right, yeah? When she's there tapping away at the computer, yeah, she ain't tapping away the way you think she is, yeah? She's doing other things because, no offense, she ain't putting down what she should be putting down, right? I had, 7, okay? 1 second. Right, 7, yeah? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah? There we are, 7, right? 7 vials of blood, yeah, were taken from my little body, from one of these arms, yeah, with my very good veins. And she said, sorry, hang on, don't lose train of thought, 2 seconds, hang on, whoa, don't lose train of thought, girl, do not lose it, right, hang on. So, hang on. 1 minute, I'm going to have to rewind a second. I've got it on here, hang on. Right, that's it, yeah? Right. She takes 7 vials of blood from me, yeah? 7, right? I got no warning I was been having so much taken from me for a start. If I'd known that, I would have tried to eat a bit of food and get a bit more hydrated, like before I went down to the doctors and walked there and back. Didn't know they were going to take 7 vials of blood from me with no food in me and a bit dehydrated, I'm not going to lie. So I still did it. I went ahead. Doesn't bother me having blood taken. Not bothered at all by it. I'm going through so much pain in other places of my body that, that is nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. I don't even feel the thing going in most of the time. And if I do, it's barely anything. Nothing at all. Anyway, so the 7 vials of blood, yeah, that she took, the doctor, right? Well, the nurse, sorry, that she told to get done, right? And do like a full blood count, this, that, and the other, and check all these different things, right? They take the 7 vials of blood from me quite happily, yeah? But then she doesn't write this in any of my notes on my patient file, patient history, on my account, whatever you want to call it, yeah? She has not, I repeat, not been putting down in very important and vital information that we need to know about myself as a patient, yeah? But of course, doctors in the future need to know. If I'm rushed to A&E again, like we've been today, or urgent care, and I've got to get my arse back again later in literally a few hours' time, yeah? They need to know what the hell's going on. And when I last had blood work done, right, yeah? Of course you do. She hasn't wrote anything all year so far in 2025, this year so far, yeah? And it's now the 1st of August, guys, yeah? 2025, right? This whole year, and we've got through 8 months so far to the dot, yeah? Right? She has not once, I repeat, she has not once written in my notes, my doctor's notes, patient notes, sorry, whatever you call it, yeah, doctor's notes, patient's notes, whatever. She's not written anywhere in there or anywhere on my file at all. I've been shown earlier on by the lady who saw me before. She hasn't written anywhere that I've had any blood work done at all this year. She's a little liar. She's trying to flipping cut corners, mate. And that's what she was basically saying to me under a breath kind of thing, if you get me, yeah? Because she knew she had to be careful with what she was saying. She's not an actual doctor. She's a paramedic and also a nurse. She can work, she can do both, which is amazing. But she's given me way more information in the space of half an hour, less than an hour, yeah? I was in and out. And that was with blood work being done, yeah? And a urine sample on top too. I was only sat down waiting for literally a matter of minutes. And then that's it. Back in we go again. Things were moving and they were moving fast. There is no excuses there either at this urgent care, bless their hearts and souls. They were fantastic in there with me. And the way they've got everything lined up is really, really good. And they keep to it. They stick to a routine and it flipping works. That's what they all should be doing, man. It makes life so much easier and less stressful, especially when you're not well, when you just want to get answers and get your ass back home ASAP. So we find out so far, yeah, that I've got an infection that looks like it's around my bowels. And then I've also got a blockage of some description, yeah, which is looking like possibly at the moment, we'll find out more properly later on, of course, what's going on exactly. But so far we know that it looks like I've got a bowel infection, but also that I've got a blockage before you get to the bowel that has been there for God only knows how long. And when you suffer with things like IBS and things like that mess up, those areas in your body, your bowels and stuff like that, your bladder can get affected too. Do you know what I mean? I've got a weak bladder as it is, like we know, but that just makes it 10 times flipping worse. So now we then find out as well, like I just said before, yeah, that my doctor has not been doing what she promised me she would be doing. She has not been writing in my notes section properly in my files on her computer. She has not been saying when I've had blood work done, which has been vital information. I actually came back with a couple of deficiencies when I had that done the other month, literally a few months back earlier on this year, yeah. That came back Apart from a couple of vitamin D deficiencies and something else, everything's fine. Nah, mate, you skipped it again. It was there. That was only a few months ago. This has been going on for like a year and a half or so now of the way I've been with the nausea, vomiting, stomach problems, stomach cramps, and all that, and also pains a lot down below. And she did say that you will get pains down there, excuse me, when you go to the toilet, whether it's for number one or number two. If you've got an infection where I think you've got an infection and a blockage, it's going to be very painful for you, Laura. And it's also going to put pressure and pain on your stomach area too. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely crazy. I knew there was something else wrong with me. I knew that something else was going on. I knew that I couldn't just keep blaming my other illnesses that I've had for many, many, many years. Some of the stuff, some of the symptoms, yes, I can. I can blame it on endometriosis or fibromyalgia or ME or IBS or whatever. But with this one, it has been more complex, and it's taken all this time, for them to find out something which took her half an hour, if that, to do altogether, with a few minutes waiting time, sat down for a few minutes, and then I'm back up again, going back through there. And she said that the doctors treated me appallingly. She said she should be ashamed of herself. She should not be doing things like that at all. She should not be dismissing the fact that you've had 7 vials of blood taken from your wee body and that you've needed different tests doing. She's not written anything down at all, and she literally showed me the flipping screen, man. Nothing recently at all within this past year, nothing at all has been written that I've had these tests done. Plus, other things I've had done as well, I've had to literally explain to this woman because, again, my doctor, head doctor as well, did not, I repeat, did not write anything in my notes on my file, my patient file, that she has full access to, like you all know. So, and she's got full permission, of course, to get in there and do what you got to do. Excuse me, but don't lie to me, Don't bullshit to me, because I'll always find out the truth, and I'll always find out who's lying, and I'll always find out who's bullshitting. And that doesn't just go for flaming YouTube, and live streams and all that. I'm talking everything. In general, the whole shebang. Right. 2 seconds, hang on. Let me just have a nosy at chat, hang on. Right. Yes, Boxer, right, hang on. Are you sure she's even a doctor and not an escaped loony patient pretending to work in a doctor's? That's absolutely... I know, the Boxer. How insane is this, And this has been going on for a long time. Thank you, Lamraver. She's a nurse practitioner as well as a paramedic. She does both jobs on different days, basically, she was saying. Right, so... Hello, David Scott, sweetheart. How are you doing, mate? I really hope you're feeling better. Are you back home now from hospital, David Scott Explores, or are you still there? I really hope you're back home by now and that you're getting there and feeling better, sweetie. I'm just lucky my doctor is one of the head honchos at Shrewsbury Hospital too, and actually goes out of her way to help me. Oh, bless the Boxer. That's what I'm talking about, That's exactly what it should be. Not this rubbish. Absolutely disgusting. So it has been... what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? I had it in my head before. Now it's gone. Buggered off to China. What's it called, Doodah? Right. When you've not been treated, medical, not deprivation, medical something or other, right? When things have gone wrong and they're the ones to blame, basically, for some of what's happened, at least some of what's happened. In quite big, serious ways here. This could actually have been fatal, if this had continued on and I was not able to, get through it, or I was getting really bad and I was either not going into hospital or I went in hospital too late. They said, Laura, this can spread. This can go into other places of your body. This can go into your bloodstream. I'm like, I know. I'm just trying to take in what you're saying to me right now, love. I really am, because it's so frustrating. Sorry. When you know your body more than anyone out there, and I've been ill for years, and I know when there's something else up. I know when there's a new symptom or continuous other symptoms. I know. and I know how my body can work, okay? It's my body. I've had it for nearly 40 years, right? I think I know it better than any doctor out there, okay? I don't care who you are or where you're from or what doctor you are. We know our bodies better than anybody, and we know when something is up, yeah? We might not be able to pinpoint it, but we can sure as hell try, and we can gather the symptoms for you, yeah? And let you know what we know. Sorry, hang on 2 seconds. I ain't Mickey Mouse, darling. You're all right, mate. Yeah, my back, mate. Look at this. Look at this. Heat pack again. Summertime. I'm having to keep myself as warm as I can on my stomach area, my back. They've told me to rest up for now, take it easy, but tomorrow back at the hospital again, like I say. Oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. It's all in my back. It goes down below into my bum bum area, yeah, but also down below as in my flower, as I like to call it, my little flower, down there as well, right, yeah? And then when I go for a pee or a poop, number one, number two, yeah, it's very, very, very painful and uncomfortable. So I knew that was something that was not right, but I did start blaming, yeah, my endometriosis, which again, it could still possibly be that, because as far as I know, my endo's come back, but endo never properly goes away, just so people know. Unless they find a proper cure, they can never properly get rid of it. Even if you have a hysterectomy done, it can still come back, believe it or not. Do your research. I found this out literally a few months ago and I can't quite believe it. Anyway, so, you can't always blame your other illnesses you've had for years. You have got to look into things further sometimes, and I'm so glad that I did. And I'm so glad, yeah, that I listened to both of my parents and, my close friends too. Laura, get to hospital, girl. You need to do what's right, and this is going to give you some answers. It will help you. And I wasn't convinced at first. I really wasn't. But I'm so glad that I listened to them and that I went down. So, medical negligence. That's what I was thinking. Sorry, it just popped in my head now. Medical negligence, yeah, is basically what we're talking about here, right? Yeah. So, it's like she tries to cut as many corners as she can, yeah? She doesn't listen to me properly. She said to me, right, a few months ago, yeah? Donkey's months ago now, earlier on this year, yeah? When it was still really cold. She's like that. Right, Laura, yeah, I'll make sure, yeah, that I refer you on to your gynecologist again, so you can have a word with her and speak to her about what you've been telling me, the symptoms you're getting down below again, and all that jazz. I'll make sure that I refer you on, yeah. Did she do it? Did she, Fook? Nah, she's not bothered doing that either, has she? So I've been left here at the moment. What we know so far, yeah, is I have been left with a infection that I have no idea how long it's been there for. It looks like an infection has gone around my bowels, from what we know so far, but again, we'll find out more in a few hours' time. And then after that, we've got a blockage, an obstruction going on somewhere that's built up over time, over quite a long period of time by the sounds of it too, and that can be causing me mega problems as well. Now, this infection can spread. Things can, go wrong. People can die from things like this if they get a really severe infection and they don't get it seen to as soon as possible. I was going to keep fobbing off the hospital, me, because I don't trust some of the doctors there. However, last night proved me wrong, right? There are little angels out there, yeah? I've been praying my backside off for many months now, for a long, long time, saying my prayers to whoever I can, think might be able to help me. And seriously, it eventually I'm starting to get answers, but it's taking how long? How long? I'll catch you in chat in a sec. Hang on. It's taking a ridiculous amount of time. Sorry, hang on. Oh, flipping heck. Trying to make sure my legs stay as still as possible. It's, so difficult to control that shit when it starts shaking like crazy, my legs and my body. If that happens, I'll have to just turn the camera off if it starts coming up my body like it does at times. Oh, sorry, 2 seconds. Just a reminder of time. We're all right for now. So, we've got infection, we've got a blockage. We don't know how long they've been there for so far, yeah, but we've also got her lying, basically. Lying and bullshitting yet again for a few different reasons, but especially for not writing very important information, i.e., for example, having 7 vials of blood taken from my little body a few months ago. There are no notes at all of me having that. And then other tests I've had done, she's also not written about those either. So she's had me on now for months, thinking that she's doing everything she can right yet to help me. Nah, she's made me suffer more. And this woman told me that this evening, or yesterday evening now, when I was there, literally a matter of a few hours ago, right? Yeah. So this woman's a professional. And I have to say, nurses are incredible. They're the ones who can save lives on another scale, yeah? Because some of these doctors, not all of them like, yeah, but some of them cut corners, right? They don't do the jobs properly, some of the doctors, especially in A&E, ER, all that jazz, yeah? But wow, the nurses have to step up, mate, and do the actual doctor's work. I don't know about you, but when I've been to hospital, the nurses are the ones who've kept me going. The nurses are the ones who've given me proper answers. I've had a couple of answers from the doctors, don't get me wrong, but they've come to me beforehand, the nurses. They've asked me more questions. They've really wanted to know what's up. I wasn't getting that from the doctors. That connection wasn't there. They didn't give a shit. If you don't give a shit, then why are you here? Why are you trying to save people's lives and all this and make us better if you're not going to have that kind of attitude? It stinks, mate. If you're going to be like that, get out of here. We don't want to have to deal with that BS when you're sick. Simple as that. So, looks like I've got a bowel infection. Looks like I've also got a blockage somewhere too, probably in the small intestine leading to the bowel. Again, we don't know how long it's been there for, but as long as these symptoms have been going on for, that's how long it's been there for. So I'd say at least probably a year to a year and a half, maybe. Severe pains in the stomach, down below, when I go to the toilet, really bad. So now what we've got to do, we've now got to get our arses back to another hospital that I've got to travel half an hour away or so, depending on traffic. Tomorrow morning, we shall be leaving here at 9:30. We should get to the hospital hopefully between like 10, 10:15 latest, before 10:30 I'm hoping. Get there as soon as we can. Get to A&E. I've got the letter all printed out. I've taken photographs of this letter as well, that she's basically written out, the practitioner nurse that I saw last night. I've taken photographs, screenshots, proper photos, yeah, of that paperwork. So I've got a copy of that too. Because God only knows what else she's missed out on, flipping what she's done, this doctor. Absolutely horrendous, mate. She's a little liar. If I got my hands on her at the minute, yeah, I'd throttle her, love. Sorry, don't do that. No, just honestly, this is horrendous. It's not right. It's not right at all. And she said that herself, this nurse and paramedic that I saw, she was like, Laura, you've been made to suffer more. She was biting her tongue, I could see. She was so angry. She was fuming. You would have thought she was like my mum or dad or something, yeah? How passionate this woman was about telling me, Laura, you shouldn't be sent pillar to post like this. These doctors should have got you sorted a long time ago. And for this, what you've got, this should have been picked up a long, long time ago when they've done blood work on you, when they've done different tests. I've done stool samples, urine samples. We've had poop samples being sent to London, for goodness sake, to be specially tested. And you're telling me that they did not catch anything from that bowel, the bowel infection and the blockage, yeah, they didn't pick up anything at all from that, and I only had that done a few months ago, and this has been going on for at least 12 to 18 months at least, and I've lost a ridiculous amount of weight on top. I'm still at 8 stone. It's not been changing, of course, because how can it when I keep vomiting and being very poorly? So now we go back to the other hospital where I was only the other week for my other appointment. But we go to the A&E department. We get there for 10:30 latest. We wait and just be patient. We obviously give my letter from the practitioner nurse and paramedic lady I saw was amazing. The guardian angel woman, we'll call her, yeah? Guardian angel woman's letter will be given to the doctors there, or whoever needs to have it. They can read that through and see exactly what's gone down so far. They would then basically continue on the job and do further testing and try and pinpoint exactly where this infection is coming from and these symptoms are coming from as well. But you can literally feel the hardness in my stomach area and like around that area, you can feel the hardness. And she said that's from the blockages that you're getting from the way that you've been left. So I'm not impressed at all. I'm fuming, mate. I'm fuming, as you can imagine. I'm absolutely fuming. I'm glad to you're back home, David. I'm really glad you're all right, Well, and that you're back home. I really hope you're feeling a bit better. Hang on a minute. My heart's really weak at the moment. It's not getting enough blood. Oh, flipping out, David. Listen, yeah, you promised me, right, that you are going to be keeping as stress free as you possibly can. I know stress is difficult at times to avoid, but anything you can to avoid it, please do, darling. Listen to relaxing music. I will what's it called? If we've still got each other's number or whatever offline, yeah, you can even email me. It's up to you, yeah. I don't mind sending you, mate, right? Some music that helps with calming you down, blood pressure, heart problems, things like that. It's basically like healing music that actually does settle some symptoms down. So I do it myself. When I'm in a bad way, I put this music on and it does help me to just calm down a little bit more. Or if I've been super stressed, I listen to this type of music and it's like heart and blood pressure calming music. Healing binaural beats or something, I think it's called. They're beautiful and they really do help with some symptoms and to calm you right down. So yeah, oh, bless you, David. Just, I know it's obviously difficult to not worry, but I'm talking about stress in general. I know, of course, you're going to be worried about your situation, sweetheart. I'm not meaning that. I'm meaning in general. Please make sure that you just avoid as much stress in general as you can, yeah? Like idiots that, are being stupid on here or whatever. Anyone who's being an idiot, just stay right away from him, darling. Anything you know is going to stress you out, just keep right away from it. Simple as that. That's the best thing that you can do. Right. Yes, Lamb Raven, mate. Maybe so. Right, hang on. If you're not running the partial blockage, do you find it becomes worse or easier with certain types of food you eat? If I was to eat something spicy, yes, definitely, but I never do that. I avoid that at all costs. No, it just happens anyway. It doesn't matter what food or drink I've got, I'm still getting the same symptoms, the same pains, da-di-da. So nothing changes there on the food type of thing. And I'm not lactose intolerant and I'm definitely not glucose intolerant either. And I don't have any dodgy bacteria lurking anywhere, within my gut anywhere, or in my what's it called, dude, my intestines or anything like that. That came back all clear the other week, a few weeks back now from the hospital. So, yeah, that's come back clear, great. But it still didn't give me the answers that I desperately need. But last night, looks like it has, guys. We're finally actually getting some flaming answers now after a long, long time of suffering. And my silly, stupid doctor has put me through more pain, more suffering, has lied to me, medical negligence. My mum and dad said before, right, yeah, Laura, if this all goes the way we're thinking it's going at the minute, yeah, if you wanted to, love, you could easily put in a flipping claim against this, yeah, and we could get you sorted with some sort of solicitor, see what I can sort out, da-di-da-di-da, get the ball rolling, get all the information I need, of course, beforehand, get all my evidence, all my receipts, get everything well prepared. Mum and dad can give me a hand and off we go. If I need a hand, they'll help me. If not, I'll do it myself, just like I usually do. My fucking back. So the back pain's terrible too, guys. I hope you're all having a better time than me. I know poor David Scott's been having a rough time with his heart problems, bless him. But yes, just in general, sweetheart, keep as stress-free as you possibly can. But I totally understand your situation. I'm in a similar-ish boat myself with my health issues and these problems I found out last night. I can't quite believe what they've done to me. And why have they done this? And why have you put me through more suffering, yeah? Because now I could actually come down in you right like a ton of freaking bricks. If this comes back positive, that I've definitely got an infection around my bowels and a blockage of some description, and finding out as well last night that she's been not putting my notes on properly. None of my notes about my blood work have been there from this year at all. She's making it out as if I've not had blood work done in like a few years. What you on about, you daft cow? You did blood work on me a few months ago. Don't you remember when you booked me in for 7 vials of blood to be taken from me and I nearly collapsed afterwards? Because no one warned me, did they? I thought I was having 1 or 2 taken, not flaming 7 or nearly 8, whatever it ended up being. Ridiculous. I do get dizzy spell, sorry, hang on. I get dizzy sometimes to feel faint. Yeah, I get the same, mate. I literally collapse at times, me. I collapse, I get knocked out for, excuse me, like a couple of minutes. And then I come round normally. The longest I've ever been out for has been like nearly half an hour. And that was about a year ago, that, when I collapsed outside my flipping neighbour's house when mum and dad were away. And then the other neighbours, who were paramedics, thank God, at the time, ran over and came to help and got us an ambulance. But anyway, that's another story for another day. So this has been going on for some time, like I say, yeah. All these different symptoms, all these different issues, all these different problems, and she's been making things even worse to me for a long time now. I've lived here, yeah, for just over 4 years, right? She's been the person who's been dealing with me mainly the past, like, I'd say year or so now. And I can't quite believe what she has done, or what she hasn't done, I should say, yeah. Who the hell in the right mind is a professional doctor, a GP, yeah, a general practitioner, a doctor's surgery that is classed as a head doctor, yeah? Who the hell does that? And either doesn't put notes in the notes section about vital important things, i.e. having 7 vials of blood taken from you in a few minutes, one after the other, with no food in you, not much drink either to keep hydrated. Nah. So lie after lie after lie. Deleting stuff or not putting in that things in there in the first place. She's either gone in there, typed it out, yeah, and then gone back in and deleted it, or she's not done it in the first place anyway. Do you know what I mean? She's really effed up here big time. So tomorrow, or later on today, sorry, yeah, I shall find out more. And I will do another live stream when I possibly can, guys, yeah, and update you again. The people who want to know, it will be on here. You know what I'm like. I'll leave my live streams up unless somebody's like porn bomb me or something like that and I need to delete the live stream. I always leave my lives up unless something dodgy's happened from a troll or something like that, or a porn bomber or a gore bomber. So yeah, my live streams usually stay up. What's the point of doing a live stream, yeah, and do them regular-ish, or, try and do them a few times a month or whatever, yeah, if you're then going to delete them, all the time delete them, when there's been no issue with it? So why are they being deleted? Like, other people don't get a chance to watch them then. And that annoys me, that, because not everybody's going to be awake at after o'clock in the morning, are they? I am a lot of the time, but sometimes I'm not. I'm trying to get my sleeping pattern back and trying to get actual sleep, which I've been struggling with, and I still am struggling to properly sleep at the minute. With all these symptoms going on, I'm not surprised I'm struggling to freaking sleep. But in the next couple of hours, I will be trying again properly, get as comfy and cozy as I can, and just try and get a couple of hours sleep. And then, yeah, prepare for the day ahead. But I'm not impressed. I'm gone. If I did that, Mickey Mouse, I would die, I reckon. My stomach would just explode, mate, if you gave me a flipping chicken vindaloo. Anything spicy would have me, would kill me off, love. I've got to be so careful with hot stuff. Seriously, it's not good. Okay, I'm in a minute. I've sent you an email, Laura Horn. Thank you, mate. Nice one, David Scott. Right, I will be catching up with emails, yeah, over the next few days. Once I've got this more sorted with what I've got going on at the minute, what I've just been telling you about now, yeah, I'll catch up with emails over the coming days, yeah, over the next few days' time. So please bear with me. I've got a good few messages and emails to catch up with now. So if someone's emailed me, please bear with me. With all this going on and having email troubles again, I've not been able to do the email checks like I normally would do and catch up with messages and all that and emails and stuff. So please bear with me. I know people are trying to contact me. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to have the time and the energy to be able to go through all these emails and to respond to you all, okay? Because I've not just got emails, I've then got comments, then I've got messages, then I've got other things coming in too. So, yeah, there's a lot. So please be patient and bear with me. If you've not heard from me yet and you sent me an email, send me another one, okay? Sometimes I get notified of emails. Other times they don't bother to tell me. So I can't even trust the flipping Hotmail app that I use, the Outlook account thing I use, the Outlook app. Right, hang on a second. Thanks, David, sweetheart. I will be checking my emails, like I say, in the coming days as soon as possible, mate. So, at the minute, Mickey Mouse, I have no idea what we're going to do now. I have no idea if they're going to admit me. It really depends on what they decide to do and what else they find out and what's going on. So, as far as I know at the minute, we'll leave here for 9:30 in the morning. We shall get there to the hospital, which we're travelling half an hour or so to get there to, and then go to the A&E department there, hand them the letter that I've been given from my doctor. I'll give that to the correct person, of course, make sure it gets in the right hands and all that jazz. And then, get in that waiting room and start awaiting, baby. Sorry, I just need to readjust this water bottle on my flipping back. Oh my gosh. Oh, so much going on in one go. It is insane how much is going on with my body at the minute. And the acupuncture has been telling me more too. Acupuncture and the Chinese herbal medicine I've been having for a couple of weeks. I can't do later on now because I've got to go to hospital and I might be admitted. We have to see what happens and what they find out later. So that all depends. But unfortunately, I've had to postpone my appointment or cancel it for this week. And then as soon as possible, we're going to rebook me back in and get the ball rolling again with that. And she'll be able to settle down more symptoms once this infection's gone and cleared off and fully disappeared. And this blockage, that's when my Chinese herbal lady, Helen, bless her, will be able to help me more. And I'll actually feel more from the acupuncture, the cupping and the massage and other things like that she does for me in my body, mind and soul, bless her. Because it is good. When it works, it's amazing. But again, we've had this infection going on and this blockage for God knows how long. So we didn't know that until literally in the last few hours, tonight, now, whatever you want to call it. So it's a shock to us, but we knew. Me, mum and dad have known for months that there's something not quite right. And my mum has said to me countless times when she's seen me in all this agony and pain, vomiting, nausea, all this shit going on, sweating like I don't know what, sweating like I've been in a sauna for 5 hours straight and I'm melting into a puddle, mate. Temperature up and down like a yo-yo as well. Very rapid, very intense. Either too hot or too cold. There's no in between, shaking and all that as well. But yes, so I've had all that going on top of my illnesses I've had for many years as well, which we've got at least 5 or 6 different ones going on there. So it has been very intense and people are like, oh yeah, she can't be that poorly. You having a fucking laugh? Look at the state of me. Look at my last live stream, right? Yeah. When I showed you a video of me from a few years ago and a year before we went into lockdown for the Kung Flu and all that back in the day, you will see the difference. That's what I used to look like. And that's what I want to get back to looking like. And that will happen, I'm sure. Hopefully it will do over time. But I've got to get over this infection, the blockage, work out all this and what's going on, recover, heal, and then gradually over time, start getting back to things as soon as I can and where I can. But I need to make sure that I'm properly rested and recovered from whatever goes on now. From today onwards, we take it a step at a time and we see what happens. But I just can't believe, of all people, a practitioner nurse who's not a qualified doctor, but again, she can prescribe medications and all that jazz and give you a diagnosis of some description. She has helped me more and got me faster results within the space of half an hour compared to all the other doctors, practitioners, medic people that I've seen in the past 4 years or so that I've since I've lived around here. So she's helped me more in that space of a half an hour than they've all done put together in the past 4+ years. So I'm sorry, it says it all really. The NHS can be incredible and amazing, and it is an amazing service when it does the right thing, when they're not cutting corners or they're not doing things they shouldn't be doing. The NHS is a wonderful, amazing tool to have and to use. And we're very lucky to have that over here in the UK, We're the only ones that do, as far as I'm aware, So, come on now. Don't cut corners. Don't lie to your patients. Don't make it out, yeah, as if you're writing everything down and you're actually not. If I'd not remembered that, would that have ever gone back on my notes? No, probably not, no. But how many more lies has she told you? I would love to look through my notes. And I'm going to see, yeah, if I can get a copy of my notes, which I'm pretty sure that I can, as soon as possible. I can do it online, get my notes online and do it that way. So I will see what I can do. Via the website and stuff, the doctor's website and whatnot. But yeah, I am, as you can imagine, I'm very frustrated, but relieved at the same time that I'm actually getting some form of diagnosis here and some answers after all this time, man. After all this time, thinking that you're going nuts sometimes as well. Is it in my head? No, it's not in your fucking head, Laura. You're genuinely sick. Don't let dickheads get in your head, girl, and start making you think stuff that's not true. You've got genuine illnesses. You've had them for many years. You're a sick woman, and you found out last night some atrocious information that has absolutely battered my head. All this time, I've had a bloody bowel infection and a blockage. They can feel it through here, through when they examined my tummy and my stomach area last night. And then my doctors are not giving me answers. They're not telling me stuff straight. They're going from pillar to post, round the fucking roundabout a million times over and not giving me answers. I could have had a diagnosis by now many months ago, and I could have got answers and got this sorted and been able to move forward, you know, and just deal with my other illnesses I've got, take my breaks when I need to, rest when I need to as well, yeah, but be able to go back to my work part-time. That's literally all I want to do. Get as well as I can, have a diagnosis, and go back to work part-time as soon as I'm possibly able to, you know, and do my YouTube. And I've been offered ages ago to get monetized. Nearly 2 years ago now, they offered me YouTube to get monetized. I've still not done it, but I need a new bank account. I need a new PayPal too, because my other PayPal's absolutely messed up, mate. Right, I'm gone. Oh, yeah, mate, I totally agree, Mickey, love. You're right. 50 years ago, hospitals were working smoother and better. They actually had care for patients more back then as well, do you know what I mean? They understood more. The kind, compassionate, caring people that they should be, they were. But nowadays, it's like you've just dragged some, not all of them, of course, yeah, but some randomer off the street and gone, right, can you be a flipping doctor for the day, mate? Do you know what I mean? Thank you. Just stick that on you, give you a stethoscope, make you look a bit more professional. You got your coat on, right, brilliant, off you go, fine. He'll do. Just what the heck? You don't do that, do you? So it's just unbelievable what they've put me through, these doctors, these extra stresses and strains and problems they've put me through, and trying to make it out as if, oh no, you know, that's all right, this is all right. No, it's not been all right. And you've done a colonoscopy on me and an endoscopy on me in the last year or so, and you still didn't find anything then. You've done blood tests on me a few times, nothing then. But then we do urine samples and bloods last night, and look at that, bingo. We're starting to get somewhere. They flared up. I've got an infection, and it looks like it's around my bowels, and I've got a blockage on top too, right next door to the bowel. So I was right all along, guys. I knew there was something else going on, and my family did too. My mum kept saying to me, Laura, love, you look so ill at the minute. I'm very worried about you, darling, and I feel like you've got an infection of some kind. But I'm like, Mum, if I had an infection, yeah, why has nothing showed up then when they've done tests on me recently? She's like, well, yeah, but, you know, come on, can you not just go? But I'm terrified of picking things up and bringing it back home. I don't want to go to hospital to A&E, yeah, and pick up a nasty bug of some description or whatever, or virus or nasty, horrible thing, allergy of some description, and bring it back home to my mum and dad. No way. I'd feel terrible. I'd feel so bad and so guilty if that ever happened, God forbid. So that shit freaks me right out. I don't want to make my parents sick from me going into A&E. But I understand at times you've got to bite the bullet in life, and you've got to just go for it and go, right, this needs sorting out. And thank goodness I rang the doctors. I listened to my mum and dad and I listened to my heart and soul and thought, right, Laura, you aren't getting any better here, girl. You're not getting answers. You've got to get some help. So the doctors couldn't help me, but 111 could. And then look at that, my local hospital could as well. So we're back at the hospital, like I keep saying, later on. We should be there for 10 half 10 latest, 10 a.m. in the morning, 10 a.m. ish. Get there as soon as we can. Start waiting. Hand that letter over from the lady I saw before who's diagnosed me with what she thinks is going on so far. And then, get the ball rolling and just get in as soon as possible. Hopefully they'll see my notes and be like, oh yeah, she's got an infection and this, that and the other. Let's get her in sooner rather than later. That's what I'm hoping for. But you know what flipping A&E can be like, guys. So I might be in there a few minutes. I might be in there a good few hours, but I just hope and pray I'm not there all day out and I'm not there all night and that I'm allowed to come home later. I just want to come home and be in my own bed and be around my mum and dad, and just have comforts around me. I don't do too well seeing other people sick. It really triggers me and it foots my head right up. So you can't always close the curtain, can you? Which is annoying. Why can't you close the curtain? You want a bit of privacy, for goodness sake. Yes, XXX. I've forgotten who that is now. Hello? Who is that? Sorry. Hope you're good. Block bowels, you gain weight, not lose it. Okay, I don't know because I've never had one until now. But I've been what's it called, dude? I'm vomiting for a long time. I've been getting a lot of nausea and vomiting, and I've started to vomit like a few times a week for like 12 to 24 hours, sometimes more at a time. So it's not just this that I found out tonight about the bowel problem. It's been a lot of vomiting as well, vomiting on another scale, and that's how I've lost the weight. I'm not saying at all, Triple X, about that's causing the blocked bowels, that the blocked bowels gain weight, not lose it. I'm not saying that at all. It's the vomiting, nausea and vomiting that's made me lose the weight. I know that for a fact. And I've lost like nearly 2 stone in weight. In fact, just over 2 stone in weight. And I've got the dietitian calling me in 2 weeks, if that, thinking that I'm going to have hit my goal of getting up to 9.5 stone. And I'm currently 8 stone. Ain't going to happen, is it, in the space of 2 weeks? Or just shy of 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks. No chance. So, here we go. Hiya, Rick Love. How you doing, darling? Nice to see you, mate. Laura, the average wait in my local hospital is 12 hours. Unless it's a life-threatening emergency, then it's 2 minutes. There you go, love. Roxy, my mum had Crohn's. She had bouts of losing weight, really bad in infections and being sick. There you go. So, yeah, Crohn's disease can cause you to lose weight as well when you've got the nausea and the vomiting going on. You've got infections going on as well. My appetite has just been right down here. I've not wanted to eat at times. And when I have to be so careful that I don't make myself, that I'm not sick again. I'm battling against nausea and vomiting most days at the minute. Most days. So, but we're getting some answers finally. This is the main thing, is that we're finally getting answers, but it's not right and it's not on and it's not fair at all, the way that I've been treated by my doctor, who's a head doctor as well. Rewind the stream if you just joined, guys, or just watching. Thanks for being here. Whether you're ghosting or watching on it in the chat, thanks for being here. Appreciate your time. And if you're a dickhead, you know where the door is. Thank you very kindly. So it's a lot of information to process, especially when you knew all along. I knew myself that there was something not right. I knew there was something not quite right. I will never conform, love. Okay, right. I will never conform. I'm sorry to be gross. I literally had green diarrhea this morning. I had to tell her this earlier on. Sorry to be gross, guys. I've had green diarrhea this morning, which has happened a few times before, especially over the past 6 to 12 months' time. I do get diarrhea that runs. Used to get it quite frequently. Now it's up and down. Sometimes I can be really constipated, yeah, and then other times I can have the runs, diarrhea. So it's like between the two. And also, I've noticed as well, sorry to be gross again, right, yeah, that there has been some like more mucus around my stools when they're coming out of me eventually, when I've been, blocked up for a few days, let's say. So we're going to get all this checked though later on when I go back to A&E, but at a different hospital that's actually got the correct departments that I can go to, because I think I need to have done what's it called, dude? I know, like a stool sample thing of some description done. So I've got, hopefully that'll go okay and I can actually get that done. And yeah, my doctor's just been so dodgy, mate. Not put, are you Charlotte? How you doing, sweetheart? Plastic African, hello, mate. How are you? I will put the link out soon, guys, but I have got to go within like the next hour or so. I need to be going. Yes, I was going to say that as well, Land Raver, that the green diarrhea, again, it can be because of not being able to eat, vomiting a lot, all that type of thing. So I wasn't too worried about that, but I do get the diarrhea at times. I do have IBS. So sometimes I'm constipated. Other times I'm getting the runs. It's very rare nowadays that it's like normal. Do you know what I mean? So, but when you've got these illnesses, this is what you've got to expect at times, I guess, Oh, dearie me. So, I am doing Triple X. I've been on that before for a while, and it helped me for a little bit, and then it stopped working altogether. So we came off that. And then now I take on Dansatron, the highest you can get, the cancer patients going all this. Yeah, the ondansetron. That's an anti-sickness medication, and I'm on the strongest dose I can be on, and they can't increase it anymore, and I don't want them to. I'd rather stick to the Chinese herbal medicine stuff that I've been doing the past couple of weeks. I'm trying to be as organic and as natural as possible here when it comes to everything in my life, really, but also with medications too, because the doctors are giving me wrong medications at times. Sometimes they've misdiagnosed me over the years as well, so they put me on medication that I didn't actually need to be on. I've had my periods forcibly stopped when I was in my early 20s because of having endometriosis and giving me an injection that was supposed to kill it off. No, I didn't kill it off. It just probably nearly killed me off. That was horrendous, giving me something that they said would help, and it just made me incredibly sick. And all this over time builds up in your body. And this is when the Chinese acupuncture lady who does the Chinese herbal medicine comes into play. And she has been incredible so far. And she's been able to give me some advice and help me so far. But because I've had this blockage going on and this bowel infection by the looks of it from what we know so far, that has been getting in the way of my acupuncture, cupping and massage working properly through my Chinese acupuncture lady. I've only seen her twice so far. We're going to be booking in again as soon as we can, but I need to get over this infection first, and then I can go back to her. She can do a magic powers, yeah, and I can get the acupuncture, cupping, massage, and a bit of chiropractor stuff in there sometimes if I can handle it too. So you really do get your money's worth going to her, and it is a very good deal for what you get. Plus, you get medication afterwards if needed too, which is all non-prescription herbal, organic Chinese herbal medication, basically. And it's got it all on the side of the box, the bottle. It shows you everything that's in there, so you can easily look it up online and work out what's what and what it all does. But that has been helping at times with some of my symptoms, with, other things that I've had going on. So that's good. But again, because I've had this infection that we finally now know about, that's been lurking in my body and my bowels potentially for so long now, we're talking many, many months, or at least a year to 18 months, yeah? These symptoms have been going on for now. So if that's the case, what the hell? What else is going on? Is there anything else that I need to be aware of? Like, what the heck? And deleting notes or not adding them when you should do, and this, that, and the other. It's every shade of wrong, mate. And he's seriously making smoke. Right. Oh, great. I just ripped the papers. Sorry. Right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying not to go round in circles here. I'm just trying to get it all out as fast as I can, but trying to process this information at the same time in my little flipping brain. So please just bear with me, being as fast as I can here. Right, so we'll find out more later, yeah, when we go there. But back to the hospital, but to another hospital, half an hour or so drive away. Mum and Dad are going to be with me. They're going to take me down, and then we'll see how things go. If I do get admitted to hospital, then yes, I will get admitted. I'll make sure I've got everything that I need with me in my little rucksack bag. Excuse me. and off we go. And if I have to get admitted, I have to get admitted. That's the end of that. They need to tell me exactly what's going down, be completely honest with me and transparent, please, and just give me answers. Tell me what's going on, be honest, and just do your job, please. That's all I'm expecting you to do. You're a doctor. I want you to help me, please. No lies, no bullshit. Just tell me straight, which I'm sure they will do. If I have to say that, I will do, but I'm sure I won't. I'd be as polite as possible too, firm but polite. But it's very rare that I'd speak to a member of staff like that unless they were being like rude or abusive and doing something wrong to me or someone else who's done nothing wrong. Then I would say something, of course I would. Hang on. Yes, Epsom salts. I use them when we've got them in stock. When we've got them in the cupboard, yeah, I use them. I like my lavender ones and stuff like that. And I want to try that Teals Epsom salts and the Teals nighttime, sleepy time, whatever it's called, one that you can get from Teals range that they do. I've always wanted to try their stuff out. They look amazing. They do the Epsom salts. I think the bubble baths, and I think they also do. 1 minute, bubble baths, Epsom salts, and they also do what's it called, Doodah? What's it called? Like bath oils, I think, and stuff like that. They smell incredible and probably like lingers on your skin, which I want. I want to smell as clean and as nice as possible when I've got out of the bath or the shower. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of the whole point. Get clean, smell good. Do you know what I mean? But I want it to stay on my skin as long as possible, please. None of these 5 minutes out the shower and it's gone. And the fragrance is all left. So, yes. What was the other thing? Oh, what else? What else? Thank you for watching, guys, and thank you for joining. I just missed what's been said here. What's going on now? Hang on. Conform, shove yourself elsewhere. Yeah, I'm going to have not seen the bit beforehand. You're just their guinea pig until they find out. That's exactly what it feels like, Triple X, to be honest with you. It really does. Yeah, sorry, that's Shah, of course. Sorry, sweetheart. That is Shah, Triple X. My head's wrecked, mate. Sorry, Shah, sweetheart. I'm like 10 minutes behind here. 10 minutes behind you, love, maybe more. Sorry about that. So Triple X is Shah. Thank you. Hope you're doing all right, darling. This has just been horrendous. What I found out has been horrific, mate. I hope you're doing all right. Yeah, that's what I've heard before as well about anti-sickness being on them long term and other things too. But they don't tell you these things, do they? Until it's too late, they don't bother to tell you. And I read the information, I read the leaflets always. But certain things, they don't leave in those leaflets. They don't say some of these things. How are we supposed to know? It just blows my mind. Blows my mind every time. Right, 1 minute. Oh, sugar, I need to be able to reach my back, which is, sorry, I need to shave under the armpits soon. I need to really get some shaving gel or shaving cream of some description. And I really need to get myself a new razor. Oh my God, look at the state of me. Right. Okay. So, here's my bag, my rucksack, Dora Explorer rucksack. It feels like this thing. Right. I've already got all my medication in here and everything. Everything is like good to go pretty much. I've just got to put one more medication in here in the morning when I've taken it, and then that's it. We're good to go. I'll get some more water. Oh, shit. Okay. Just 2 seconds. I need to just grab something out of here that I don't want to be on camera. Okay. And just personal stuff, my medication and stuff. Trying to find something. Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh, these pains are getting bad down there again. No. Okay. I will be back, guys. I will be back. I need the food. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to just get to the toilet as fast as I could. Yet again, my bladder is just a mess at the minute. And I'm not surprised after what I flipping found out. So just bear with me a minute, please, people. Let me just get myself more comfortable and sorted, and I shall be back properly. Thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry if it's taking forever to explain shit. I'm just trying to get it out of my head. I'm still in shock. I'm trying to still absorb all this crazy information I've been told last night. So yeah, my head's absolutely battered, guys, as you can imagine. If you're in this situation yourself, it happens, unfortunately. And this is basically classed as medical negligence with some of the things that have happened and that I found out, basically. And I just knew that she was flipping dodgy. And somebody mentioned in the chat before, yeah, Laura, you should change your GP, change your doctors. Yeah, I might do that. But the problem is, though, is finding ones that have got good reviews, yeah, that are actually open, that are still taking on people, that are taking on new patients. Because a lot of them, unless you go private, mate, you've got to flipping wait until the doors are back open again for new patients. So it's all well and good saying change your doctor, love, but at the same time, I've got to find one that's decent, which I know they are around here somewhere within the next few miles, if that. But they've got to be available to take on new patients. If not, I can't. It's not going to work, is it? They won't do it. But I'm going to keep fighting as much as I can with every little bit of energy I've got left in my body at the minute. I'm going to fight this until the day I die, because this has just been so wrong. They've put me through more problems, more stress, more strain. Not just me, but for my family as well. And as I've said before, you mess with me, that's bad enough. But messing my family, man, oh, that's when we're going to have a big problem. A very, very big problem. You try and hurt my family or friends, there'll be trouble. There will be trouble, mate. Sorry, I'm gone. Right. Yes, it's Shah, people. Triple X is Shah. I was born with black bowels, nearly killed me. Oh my God, Shah, what the heck, you poor love. I'm so glad they were able to save you, sweetheart. Bloody hell, you poor baby. Literally, poor little baby, eh? Bless you, sweetheart. All right, Boxer, you take care, mate. Thanks for joining and thanks for your comments. And thank you for being decent. Cheers. Thank you, mate. Cheers for that. Nice one. Take care. You might have already left by now, but yeah, I've just seen that now. Shit, how behind am I? Sorry, I've just noticed that I'm further behind on the chat than I thought I was. The flipping stupid thing had got stuck. It not. The cursor thing wasn't moving properly and I didn't realise, right? I thought it'd scroll down to the bottom of the blinking comments in the chat, but no, it was like halfway up the bloody page still. Oh my God, he left ages ago, Laura. What the heck? Yeah, this is the thing, innit, Shah? Exactly, love. And then that can cause many different problems as well. The infection can spread more. It can bounce from one area to the next. It can get into your bloodstream, this, that, and the other. There's so many complications and problems that these types of things can do to you. And, you know, you're living proof of that, aren't you, sweetheart, from what you just told us before? You were born with blocked bowels. Oh, my gosh, you poor little bambino. But I'm glad it got sorted, darling. And, yeah, I hope that you're all right now and that your bowels are all good in the hood. This is the thing, Shah, love. I mean, I don't know if you've seen me today or not. I'll put the camera on in a second. I'm just cleaning my hands again. For a finish off making me pain relief. Right. I'll put a camera in a second. You can see for yourself. And the camera's supposed to make you look like you gained a few pounds. So I'm now basically at 8 stone. I can't get past the 8 stone at the minute, or just past 8 stone, because again, the vomiting and the nausea and these stomach problems and everything and all these extra things that have been going on for ages now, all that stops me eating too. And sometimes I eat and then I vomit if I'm feeling sick already. If I then put food in me, I'm just going to throw up. Of course I am. And sorry I was behind on the chat, guys. I just realised a few minutes ago that I was behind on the chat. Sorry about that. Flipping stupid cursor didn't move in the right spot, did it? I thought it was all the way down, and it wasn't. It was halfway up the flaming page still. Right, I'm gone. Okay, 2 secs. Yeah, excuse the state of me, darling, on another scale. I look horrific. Stand on, right. Look how skinny we are now, man. This is ridiculous. Oh, just all around here, though, you can feel it, how bad it feels when she was pushing around here. Oh, you can feel. Yeah, I can see what she kind of means now. But I'm just trying not to keep touching myself right round my stomach area too much because it is so flipping painful and sensitive and so, all the way from the inside out, man. So yeah, we're now at like 8 stone, Shah. 8 stone. Still got some muscles going on. Suppose that's all right, isn't it? Ignore the hairy armpit, sorry. I need to get a new razor and some shower gel. Not shower gel. Not razor gel. Shaving gel or shaving cream or whatever you want to call it. I'd say you've lost half of your body weight already. Oh my God, Shah. Seriously, what the heck? When I came on YouTube, yeah, like doing live streams a few years ago, yeah, when you guys first met me, look at that. You could play xylophone in my frigging chest at the minute. Look at them bones, man. Them bones. Fuck off them bones. I don't like this. Women should have curves, man. Bring back the curves, and I will do as soon as my body will allow me to put weight on. What was I saying now? Totally forgotten what I was saying now. Sorry. Yeah, I've lost a lot. So since you've known me, Shah, yeah, in the past few years, if that girl, yeah, I've lost at least like 2.5 stone in weight, at least. Now at 8 stone, they want me to get up to like at least 9.25 to 9.5 stone, and I've got 2 weeks to try and do that. Ain't gonna happen, mate. No chance. I was gaining weight for a few weeks, and then boom, this all came back on another scale. All the nausea, vomiting, stomach pains, everything else I've been telling you, came back again with a vengeance, and then the weight started to drop off me yet again. And that's where we've been at ever since. I cannot seem to get past like 8 stone 2 pounds or 8 stone 4 pounds. It's not going past like 8 stone 4. So at the minute, I literally weigh just over 8 stone. I've got barely any fat on me at all. I'm losing my curves though, my bum. I'm scared that my bum's going flatter. I'm known as Miss Peach, yeah, and Miss Peach needs to come back with a vengeance, right? I can't be having her looking like this. She's starting to look a bit flat and a bit concerned now, so, but I need to gain the weight. I need the fat on me so I can get my curves back more and then, keep the muscle going like when I can. But I need that weight back on me. I really do. But hopefully, when we get this under control, this infection, blockage, the problems we've got at the minute, the extra problems, once that's done and sorted, and I've had my antibiotics, medication, treatment, whatever I need, then hopefully some things will settle down. Some symptoms should settle right down, I'm hoping and praying, and not be affecting me as much. And as I mentioned before, when that happens, I can then contact acupuncture again, or Chinese herbal medicine lady called Helen. I'm contacting her whenever I'm ready, recover from this evil infection, get answers, get rid of the infection, get rid of the blockage, and then book myself back in with Chinese herbal medicine lady Helen, who will do the acupuncture, cupping and massage and other things at times too, without any extra charge. She'll be able to then work her magic more once this infection and blockage is gone. Because at the minute, that will be blocking her, that is literally blocking her from being able to do her full work with acupuncture and Chinese herbal medicine in general. It's not just acupuncture, it's cupping and massage and a bit of chiropractic shit at times as well. All in one go. Okay, the name's gone back. Cool, right, there we go, nice one. Thanks, sweetheart. Thank you, Shah, darling. Thank you so much. You've always been so kind. And, me and you, I think we get on really well, to be honest with you. And I think you're awesome. So thank you, sweetie pie. Mwah. I really hope you're doing all right, darling. Seriously. Hey, are you smiling, mate? I will be in contact with you soon, yeah? But I decided to just, whilst it's fresh in my mind, do a live stream about what has happened so far. So I can't keep repeating myself, mate. I'm kind of on the clock here and my throat's starting to really hurt now. Do us a favour, smile, and rewind when the crowd say Bo Selector, love. You need to rewind so you understand what's going on. So just start from the beginning, mate. And if I'm still here, come back and come back to to where I am at the time live. But everything is explained more over time as fast as I can on here. So I have a little chat with people in between at times as well and talk to others for a bit as well. But yeah, to understand what's going on, I think you need to watch from the start, sweetheart, because you understand more as time goes on. So I'm back at the hospital later. We go back, we get more tests done, we do whatever treatments we need, we get whatever medications we need, and then we take it from there. I have no clue at the minute if they're going to admit me or not. They might do. So I've got my bag packed ready to go. Like I said before, hospital bag is literally packed. I sound like I'm going to have a baby. That certainly ain't happening. No chance. No way, Jose. Is that even possible at the minute? Not a chance at all. It's not anyway. Certainly not. Anyway, right. I was going to say I can post a link in a second, yeah. Because I was going to do that anyway after I'd got this out off my mind and out there so people understand more of what's going on at the minute who wanted to know. This is only for people who wanted to know. No one's putting a gun to your head to make you watch this. Yes, sure, I've got it, but I need to get login details for it. They need to provide me with the right details so I can actually log in. So that's another thing that needs sorting. And last time I tried getting on there, the website kept crashing and shit. It was absolutely rubbish. Not the website, the app. The app kept crashing, booting me out. An absolute nightmare. But I will keep trying, of course. I need to get new details and start afresh with it. But yes, I could do with really getting on that NHS app properly so I'm more aware of, you know, what's going on behind the scenes. Because look at what's happened, you know, how they've, treated me and what they've done. And they've literally made a bad situation even worse. And this could have been completely avoided, yeah, if they'd just done the right tests at the right time, like they told me they were doing, and not give me bullshit excuses. Someone has lied to me somewhere along the line and not putting down very vital, important details of tests that I've had done. She's not been putting my doctor, well, the doctor, head doctor at that too, she's not even been writing these important, vital notes in my patient medical file. In my notes section, my medical records, in the notes bit, she should be writing everything in there that I've had done to me, whether it's a blood test, a poop test, anything at all, a urine sample, whatever it might be, you put it on there, girl. Whatever has happened, you write it fecking down in my notes section. That's why it's there, dickhead. Sorry, that's why it's there, yeah? Because it needs to be used for your notes for the patient. What is hard to comprehend, eh? What's so difficult to find about fucking that? Just write down the notes that you need to write down that are very important for that patient. They might not be important for you, but they're important for that flipping patient. And if you don't write certain things down, then serious errors can occur. That's like telling someone that you've got a flipping, I'm not allergic to nuts, but I actually am. Do you know what I mean? And they don't bother writing it on the thing or anything. Nobody knows anything. Sorry, you've got an allergy and they don't write that in the notes or anywhere on your medical records to say that you've got a nut allergy as an example, yeah? It's ridiculous. If they did that, that would definitely be a suing against somebody. Big time, they'd be getting in trouble for that. But we're going to see what happens. But my parents think that I should take this further at the minute. We see what happens over the coming days and hours ahead. We take it from there and see what happens and get all the proof that I need in the world to get things ready to go in case I do end up having to contact a solicitor and take it into their hands and let them deal with it. Because Nanite, I will never conform. Love, take care, darling. Exactly, sure. Where the hell have they gone? Where the hell have all my blood results gone? Where have other things gone as well, saying that I've had this, that, and the other done to me? Like, different tests, different procedures. What other things has she missed out on? Because no offence, yeah, if you're missing out on vital signs and things like 7 vials of blood being taken from me and not eating or drinking much beforehand because I had no clue you were going to take 7 from me at the time, did I? I nearly passed out on my way back home, just trying to walk a good 5-minute walk away, if that. I nearly collapsed because I felt so freaking weak from having 7 vials of blood taken from me first thing in the morning when I'd not even had anything to eat yet and not had much to drink because I was still waking up and coming round from being asleep. And I barely slept that night as well, from what I can remember. Oh, dearie me, it's just one thing after the flaming other, I tell you what. So there you go, guys. I've still not got my tobacco out of the bag because I've been so distracted by telling you all this. I'm trying to respond to chat when I can too. Right, I'm going to second people. Let me just put that back in there. Make sure nothing is shown on camera because I've got important documents and stuff in here and we don't want that going on camera. No way, Jose. Oh, yeah, that'd be mint, that. Yeah, this is what I'm wondering it more and more, Rick. I do sometimes wonder myself, are they trying to kill us all off here or what? What is it I've done that's so bad in my life and so wrong that I deserve this type of treatment and that I deserve to suffer the way I've been suffering for so long? That ain't right. It ain't right at all. And I do wonder, Rick, is there more to this? Are they actually trying to kill some of us off here? Are they trying to deplete the numbers? Oh, but then they let other people in, though, that aren't even from here, that are legally coming through back doors, love. Do you know what I mean? Yes, Rick. That sounds mint, that magnetic scanner thingamabob. What's it called? Oh, I've just found I've got some Frutella in here. I'm going to see if I can handle one. Frutella, too juicy for my look. Too juicy for my... Right. Okay, I hate the wrapping on these things after all these years. Yeah, they still can't get it right, can they? The paper always sticks on these blinking sweets because they get warm and stuff. It's going to stick in it. Temperatures change. Look at all the paper on that still. That's flipping daft, that. Sorry, hang on. That is bonkers, mate. Right, what time is it now? 3:45, right. So within like the next hour, absolute max, I've got to get off here. Within the next hour, it's 4:45. By 4:45, I've got to be off here. Look at all this here. Trying to get all these little bits of paper off. Yeah, that's great. That's come off. Then you've got all these little strip bits. And it blends in with some of the sweet. It smells nice. Yes, mate. That's exactly what it feels like. We feel like second-class citizens in our own flaming country. What's that about? What the heck? See, what's that about, Shah? They put, I'm allergic to penicillin and I ain't. Why would they write that? Exactly. Why, oh flipping why, would anyone write that on your notes and your medical records, your files about you, when it's not even true? It's not even legit. Culling us all, you reckon, eh? They're doing something, aren't they? They've got to be. Then saying something came up on GB News before, and I thought, oh, I've got to watch that back. And I can't remember if I saved it or not to my playlist. My faves to watch later. I'll have to double check. These are nice, these. I forget how nice these are, you know. They're proper juicy. The wrapping's just a nightmare, though. Right. Oh, paper's so annoying, dude. Yeah, that's a straight up lie, girl. Exactly. Hello again, everybody. Thanks for joining. Oh, crazy times, babe. I feel like I'm living in like a different world here, like a different universe or something. This is bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Never in my 39 years of my life have I ever come across this before. And now I'm hearing more and more stories. Look what Shah's just told us. Look what they put on her medical records, and it's not even true. So what's that about? They're doing something. They're up to something. You can't help but wonder, can you, when all this is happening? I mean, look what's just happened to me, or what's been not just happened. This has been going on for a long time. And look at that. I'm freezing up. Can you see that? I'm freezing up, guys. My mouth's not moving in time with me. And there was a delay then. I don't know if you clocked it. I went all funny then for a second. I don't know if the sound went off or anything at your end then, but my mouth was not in sync with my lips moving. The sound was not in sync with my mouth moving, sorry. Oh, I'll be complaining in some way, shape, or form, mate. I will be. Because this is ridiculous. You could kill people with this stuff, you know? Absolutely stupid. Stupid. I'm not putting up with it anymore. Why should we? I've suffered enough. I just want my life back. What's wrong with wanting my life back and going back to my work part-time? Isn't that what you want people to be doing? Working? Well, let me go and work then. But let me get my health issues sorted first more and then go back to it part-time. ASA flipping P. I want to get back to work, unlike some people who just don't want to work a day in their life. They don't care. Well, I do. I miss my work and my jobs. I've worked so hard for them and I've done it all on my own. My family has supported me and have been incredible. But, you know, I'm the one who's gone out there and done what I've done. And my family have been amazing and supported me all the way like they always do with anything I've done in my life, you know. Anything I've been interested in and I've got a passion for, my family have always supported me 100%. And I've been very, very lucky that I've been able to go through that. And that I've had amazing parents. My back. Sorry, it's happening again. Is this hot water bottle cold now? I shouldn't have done that. What my back by mistake then. Are you Susan, love? You'll have to rewind, darling, so you can hear what the hell's happened, darling. Seriously, you need to rewind because I can't keep repeating myself. My throat's starting to proper hurt now. And I'm kind of on the clock a bit at the minute. And I've got to go back to hospital in a matter of hours. So I need to try and get some sleep soon and then get my ass to hospital and be there for like 10 absolute latest. Hope you're all right, Susan, darling. I know we had a chat for a bit before, but yes, thank you again for that, darling. I really do appreciate it. I've been feeling terrible, but I've actually got some answers though at the minute. We've got some answers, but I shall be getting more definitely later on today, and like hopefully in a matter of hours I'll be able to actually get a proper update. So that is what we are waiting on at the moment. We are waiting on more hospital things, more tests, give me the correct medication and treatment that I need, and find out exactly what the hell's going on with all this now and what's what, because I've been lied to, I've been bullshitted, and my doctors are taking the piss proper bad. Yeah, they're playing games with my health. That's exactly what it feels like, Shah, sweetheart. And it sounds similar to what you just said before about them saying you're allergic to blaming penicillin when you're not even fucking allergic to penicillin. Why would you write on someone's medical records when it's not even true? That's just so wrong. So dodgy. Not right in the slightest. Something's going on behind the scenes, guys. What more can you think? How are you supposed to think of anything else when you thought of everything else already and it ain't that? So what else is it going to be? It's so stressful, all this. And this is what I keep being told. Avoid stress. Doctors tell me avoid stress. Well, I'll try to when you do your job properly, thank you. But until you do your job correctly and you treat me in the correct way and you give me the correct treatment that I need and medication or whatever, nothing's going to change, is it? I can't be doing with liars. I hate people that lie. But when it comes to somebody's health, you're proper playing games there, man. If you're dealing with somebody's health right and you're playing games like this, people could get killed. And this infection I've got can be fatal if it spreads and it gets to other parts of the body. So this woman, in my eyes, is a guardian angel who I saw before. And if I'd not done this, I don't even want to take my brain there. My parents have been so worried Oh my God. And the relief on their faces when they heard me say, I've actually got some answers here. They're like, yeah, really? Quick, get in the car. Quick, we need to know now what's going on. What's going on? I just told them everything. They were just like, wow, just wow, Laura. This is absolutely insane. How dare they do this to you? My mum and dad are absolutely fuming with them, guys, just like I am. Very, very disappointed, very angry. I want to throttle that Dr. Oh, sorry, nearly said a full name. That Dr. Dickhead, yeah, Dr. D, I want to throttle her. The way she's put, what she's made me feel and what she's put me through, and all this unnecessary, completely 100% unnecessary stress, anxiety, worry. My family, you've hurt my family too. Do you know how that makes me feel? When you hurt my family, what do I say? Hurt me, hurt them, you fucked, mate. Excuse my French. Sorry for swearing. I have every right to swear a little bit at the moment because I'm annoyed. Very annoyed. I've been let down big time and I ain't impressed. And when they know I'm suffering already for years since my early 20s, I've missed out on so much in my life because of ill health. And this has happened? Like, what the hell? You might as well just hung jaw and quarter me now, love. See you flipping later, you potato. Oh, my word. So, yeah, this is not good. But at the same time, at least I'm getting some sort of answers and a diagnosis, and that is the main thing. Don't even speak about Harold Shipman, mate. We used to know him. We used to go to school with him, and he used to work with my mother when she was a nurse at the GP's surgery and when she was a midwife girl. We know all about Dr. Shipman. I can't stand him. He used to be a friend of my mother's, and she could not believe that he would do something like that. None of them would believe it at first. For the first few weeks, but he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it at all. He'd play games with their heads too. So we went to school with Dr. Shipman, Harold Shipman. We lived down the road from his children. We used to get picked up together in the same school bus and stuff. All together we'd go, and off we'd go to school together. Or we'd walk together to places with school as well with the kids and with him. So, and he works with my mum, like I said, and my mum used to be a GP nurse, a sexual health clinic nurse, as well as a midwife for over 40 odd years. And she could not believe it, that this man that she classed as a friend would do that to anybody, would harm anyone at all when you're supposed to be there to help them, not hindrance them in any way, shape or form. So that guy, absolute scumbag, mate. Can't stand him, and I'd happily and yeah. So there you go. Yeah, what a wally. But again, you start wondering, don't you? Hang on a minute, have we got another fucking shipment going on here or what? Are they trying to kill me off now? Are they trying to kill us others off? I'm 39, not 109. Honestly. Oh, my back. Right, I've got to get this done. So, guys, as you can imagine, my head's an absolute mess at the minute, but I'm just trying to process everything, get it out there, let it go, but at the same time, don't let go too much because I need to grab onto every bit of evidence I can get at the minute, because if things are going the way that I think they might be, then I will be taking this further. Let's just put it that way, loves. I will be taking this further. This is the thing, Smile. I have no idea what's even in there. I need to get a copy of my notes and see exactly what she said and what she hasn't said. The shakes come and go, but they have settled a bit more, thank you. But when they kick off, they're terrible. It starts in my left leg, goes into my right, and then shoots all the way up and down me and my body. And it's just hell, mate. And it just irritates everything again. I've explained everything in this live stream, so you'd have to rewind to properly hear what's happened. I've explained everything, mate, that's happened so far and what they told me so far. You'd have to rewind to listen to everything. But what I know so far is that I have a bowel infection, and I also have a blockage going on somewhere as well, near to my bowel, possibly small intestine, sorry, large intestine, and yeah, because that's got the smaller doodah. Yeah, at the end. So it's looking like I've got a blockage somewhere along the line. Before you get to my bowels, yeah, there's a blockage somewhere before you get there. And then there's an infection going on. And this is what has been making me super duper sick from what we know so far. But I've got to go back again to hospital, but I've got to travel to the next hospital for half an hour or so to get there. First thing in the morning later on. So I've got to be up by 8, just gone 8 o'clock latest in the morning. And then we've got to leave here for 9:30, get there for 10, half 10 latest, and then wait at A&E with this letter I've been given from the person I saw before, the medical professional there. She's been incredible, and she's also been very honest with me and told me that the doctor I normally see locally at my doctor's surgery around here, just down the road from me, is a lying little cow. Excuse me. And she's a lying cow. I'm from Greater Manchester, sweetheart. It was in Tameside where it happened, mate. Tameside in Greater Manchester, Tameside. I lived in a place called Mottram in Longdendale, up the road from Hattersley. Love it. So yeah, I found out as well that the doctor's also been lying to me, yeah, Smiler, and anyone out there who wants to know. She's not been, sorry to repeat myself, guys, to anyone who's already heard all this, but unless you rewind the stream, I will keep talking about this until I go, but at the same time, I need to rest my voice soon. Yes, so I will find out more later, but I've also found out that I've not only got this infection of some description, I've not only got a blockage of some description too going on. This has been held from me for a long time. This should have been sorted out many months ago, and it has not been. She took 7 vials of blood from me a few months ago. When you go to my notes section, yeah, my medical records, there is no record at all of me even having any blood tests done this year whatsoever. She's a lying little cow, mate. She's been an absolute nightmare, and I feel like she's trying to bloody kill me off because this is just silly. After everything has been said and done last night and what I've been told, within the space of half an hour, I was leaving the building. That's how fast they got things done at my local hospital in the urgent care department. And there was people coming and going all the time. It was about halfway so full the whole time I was there, and everything got done very quickly, very smoothly, and was amazing. However, I did find out shit news, but at least I'm getting some answers. That's the main thing. But my doctor has not been honest with me or with herself or with anyone by the sounds of it, and has been not updating my notes the way she should be doing. She has not been saying when I've had blood tests done. She's not been saying what deficiencies I have from a blood test. She's not mentioned, for example, when I've gone for like a urine test as well, or certain appointments to see certain people. It's all coming out now, Smiler, mate, and anyone out there who's interested. So if I have to take things further, once I've got this more sorted and I know what's what and I've recovered from all this, then if I have to take it further, mate, oh, I flipping well will do, my friend. Let's put it that way. You know, medical negligence basically is what we're talking here, and I'm still finding out more. It sounds like I've got even more to find out, and I have a horrible feeling there's going to be a few other things here that she's been skipping out on or not being, you know, truthful with me about. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. Hiya, Beth, darling. Yeah. Some of the Indian doctors are great, mate. I've had Indian rheumatologists before that have been brilliant back in the day. I've had Indian doctors numerous times when I've been in hospital, when I've been at my local GP. We've had a few different Indian doctors working there, and Asian doctors too, and like Chinese and all that and everything. But yeah, they are very clever people. Some of them are very clever and very good doctors. Some of them too. Seriously, some of them are. Hiya, Beth, love. Why don't you go to Queen's Road? I'm not in Tameside no more, darling. I've not lived there for many years in Manchester, Greater Manchester. So I've lived in the Midlands and stuff for the last few years. I'm now in the East Midlands, and before that I was in the West Midlands. And then before that I lived with my ex for nearly 6 years in Staffordshire. So, yeah, and before that, I was living down south. And then before that, I was living in Manchester. So it's probably been a good 15, 17 years, maybe something like that, since I've actually lived in Manchester, where I'm from. I've lived all over the country, mate. And I go there when I can. But at the moment, it's travelling there. But luckily, we do actually have some close family coming over to see us. We haven't seen in a while because of the distance. They're travelling from Manchester way. Good old Greater Manchester, bless their hearts and souls, this weekend, this Sunday afternoon, to come and see me, mum and dad and my sister and stuff and my nephews and spend some good quality time together. So I'm really looking forward to that. And this is why I've got to get myself as sorted as possible, as quickly as possible, because I've got family coming over in a few days too. I've got 2 days basically, just over 2 days, to get myself as well as I can. And hopefully, if I've had to go to hospital, I'll be out before Sunday. But I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. I'm hoping they can just let me home today and that do what they need to do with me at hospital and then send me back home on my merry way and let me recover in peace. That's what I'm hoping for. Will I get that? We will soon find out. Right. I'm still not finished rolling this. I'm trying to do so much in one go. Yes, again, Laura. You're doing it again, girl. Because you're rushing and you're trying to get more things done than you can handle at the minute when you're so exhausted and your head is so fried from the information that you've just been told in the past few hours of your life. So keep breathing, girl. It's going to be okay. We're going to get answers. We're going to get to the bottom of this finally. And we're actually getting some honesty now from them, which is lovely. But it's taken me going to an emergency department to get answers from a hospital that I should have been getting from my doctor. And she couldn't believe that I'd been sent there in the first place. So, yeah, it's not a good situation at all. This is not good. This needs to be sorted. Something needs to be done about this. And as soon as I've recovered and I'm better from this infection, it sounds like I've got a blockage. When that's all sorted and I'm recovered, that's when I can take things further, make sure I've got all the paperwork, of course, that I need beforehand too, get copies of stuff, get receipts, whatever, yeah, and do what I can to see if I can get any form of compensation here, any sort of justice, because what I've been put through, my parents are telling me before, Laura, this is medical negligence. After what you found out tonight and what we knew already, this is not good. This is medical negligence and people can get a lot of money for being in a situation like you've been in, when you've been left to suffer for many, many months. This could have gone on for the last year and a half, that all this has been within me and it's been left and nothing's been done about it, even when they've done the tests that they have done. And they're not putting on my notes, my medical notes on my file from the doctors, not being honest and saying when I've had tests done, i.e. having 7 vials of blood taken from my little body. Like, what the heck? Not saying that is so wrong. Bless you, Beth. Thank you. Queen's Hospital, they give you in Nottingham. Right. That's a bit further away than the other one is, which is fine. But it's just the journey, you see, getting there and back and how I deal with it. But I travel where I have to travel to as far as I can possibly go. But when it's this type of situation, it's like a bit of an emergency, This is classed as an emergency now, basically. And if the department had been open that I needed a few hours ago, then I would have already been at the other hospital getting it done. But unfortunately, the department's shut, so I couldn't get to where I needed to get to at the time. So this is why I've had to wait until later on. Oh, don't make me more self-conscious, Boxer. Can I ask why you're talking the third person, Laura? Do I? I don't even know. I'm just trying to get all this information out and process it. Look at the state of me, mate. Give me a break, please. I don't really care if I'm speaking third person, fourth person, fifth person. As long as it's making sense what I'm saying, that's all that matters to me, okay? That I'm coming across as clear as possible and you're understanding my situation. That's all that matters to me. So please don't make me feel more paranoid, mate. I'm already really self-conscious. Look at the state of me. No wonder I'm self-conscious. I've been so stressed out, you have no idea. So, yeah, just keep your comments to yourself sometimes. Maybe it's for the best. Thank you. You think it's cute and you like it? What the heck? Oh, I thought you were going to say it's a problem. Thanks very much, I guess. Cheers. Thanks. Are you Mrs. Tubbs? How you doing, darling? Rewind the stream if you want to know a proper update, darling. I can't keep going around in circles and repeating myself. If you've just joined, if you want to know the real, no, if you want to know what's really happened, yeah, properly happened here, what I know so far, you'll have to start from the beginning, guys, and rewind, because everything gets explained over time, but it takes time to explain these things, especially with all the complications that I've had and all the problems that I found out today. It's not good. It's not good at all. And again, at the moment I do have a leg to stand on. I do, with how things have gone at the minute. So if that continues on, then I will be fighting this with all my heart and soul and try to get some sort of justice, and compensation as well. That can then go towards my tiny house, love. Do you know what I mean? Hey. Mum and Dad were like, yeah, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it, if you could get some money towards your tiny house? I was like, yeah, that'd be mint. Full circle or what, mate, if that happened. Out of a really shit situation, we get something amazing in return. That would be incredible, that wouldn't it? My dream would come true if that happened. And I got enough money to be able to buy my tiny house or like have a chunk of money to go towards it or whatever. Just need a few grand and then that's it. We're off. Hello, Gareth Arthur. I take you're from the UK, yeah? Their whole system confuses the heck out of me, mate. And after what I found out last night, I'm even more confused now. But you're saying here, Laura, you do know you have two separate medical files. Yes, this rings a vague bell, but what do you mean? Sorry. Yes, Beth, I will be doing. I'm just going to literally have this pain relief. I'm nearly done rolling it, and then I'm going to be going, or have at least some of it, and then I'll get going. I'll be here for probably like another 20 minutes or something, and then I'll be off skis. So by 4:30, before 5 o'clock, I need to be out of here. So I can try and get a few hours sleep. So menopause is another thing. Yeah, we have said this before, perimenopausal, but I'm on the mini pill, aren't I? Mini pill stops your periods and it throws things off. So sometimes it's difficult to know what's what, and if that's from that or something else. But yes, I have been having a few symptoms that could be possibly perimenopausal, but that's another thing that needs checking out is where we're up to with all that type of stuff as well, because the clock's ticking now. I'm nearly 40, for goodness sake. So I want my life back. That's all I want. A diagnosis, answers, and my life back. I want to go back to work. What's wrong with that? Part-time. Health issues or not, illnesses or not, poorly or not, I still want to work. You have no idea how frustrating it's been for me not being able to do what I want to do. But I'm determined to find a way. It's either part-time or no time, And I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up my careers, my babies that I've worked very hard on before I got sick like this. Back over the years, I really have. And I've built it up all on my own. From the ground up, I've built it up all myself. So I'm super proud of myself for that. And I want to continue it on. But we need to be as well as possible before we can do that. Oh, bless. Oh, bless Mrs. Tubbs. I hope she's all right. I've just seen some of your messages now. Oh, get well soon, sweetie. Oh, bless her. Oh, bless. Hopefully she feels better soon, darling, and all that sickness and vomiting and stuff settles down. Right, I need to get this light lit. I can't even bloody speak. So it's been a lot, guys. It's been a lot of stress to deal with, a lot of concern. My parents are just like, what is going on? I think we all feel like we're living in like a different dimension here, like a different world altogether, because it's just so unbelievable. You think, how can this be real? Am I really here right now? Hello? Am I human? Am I still here? Am I dead? What's going on? Like, craziness, but in the worst way possible. So I hope it's made some sort of sense what I've been saying from what I know so far. Of course, I don't know full details until we get more tests done later and finally treatment and whatnot too. But yeah, she was annoyed. I was annoyed. The lady who saw me was not impressed by the way I've been treated. The things that have gone on behind the scenes that I've not been aware of about until last night. Not updating my notes and my files properly and everything. Just no, it's not good at all. I think rewound a little bit. I think I have the gist fucking out. Thanks, Sharon. Not Sharon. Sorry, wrong bloody person. Susan. Sorry, darling. I mixed up Char's name then with your name. Sorry about that. I got flipping Sharon. Thank you, darling. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I will find out more over the next few hours. So when I can, I'll be updating you all again when possible. And only if you want to know, you can come and watch. If you don't want to know, please don't bother watching. Just don't waste your time. Go and watch something else. If you're not interested, I'm not arsed. There's no skin off my nose, is it? I'm the one that's going through this, not you. I'm going through it, and my family are too, bless them. Right, hang on. When you said before, yeah, that I've got two separate files or something, mate, hang on. What tests you have at hospital? Results are sent to you and your docs. When you have them at docs, they don't inform hospitals unless requested by the hospital. Right, okay. Bloody hell. So unless they put like a request through to be sent certain things, it's not sent. Wow. Crazy. You're confused, Smiler, and tell me fucking about it, and I'm trying to make it as clear as I possibly can. But as things stand at the moment, from what I've been told so far, bowel infection, blockage before we get to the bowel. That's not too hard to understand, is it? And then, on top of that, the negligence side of things, her not updating my files and my notes properly, not putting down important information like 7 vials of blood being taken from my wee body a few months ago, making it out as if I've not had certain tests done that I have definitely 100% had done. So there's a lot to it, and I'm sorry if it's been confusing, guys. I'm very confused myself, and I'm trying to make head or tail of this. And imagine this happening to you, you know. You try and put your trust into these people, and this is what some of them can end up doing to you, messing you up even more. So I just need answers, and that's what we're doing. I'm going back to the hospital, but we're going to another one further away, half an hour or so drive away. Get there for 10, half 10 in the morning, get to A&E, give them the letter, wait to be called through, and then as soon as I've gone through there, they can start the ball rolling, do whatever tests they need to do in treatment, and then I can find out, am I going to be staying in, am I going to be admitted, or am I going to be going home? What's going on, please? As long as I've got the treatment in me that I need and the medication, send me home, mate. Let me rest from home, please. I'll be so much more comfortable being in my own bed at the house. So, yeah. Bless this, Mrs. Torbs. I really hope she feels better soon, darling. And the stress it puts you guys through, it's awful, isn't it? I went through hell with a couple of my pets back in the day with my dog and my cat, and your family, like, you know, girl, and it's so worrying, expensive, worrying, tiring, exhausting. Yeah. Got you, Smiler. Right. This is making more sense now, guys. Thank you for explaining this, Smiler and Gareth. Thanks, guys. Nice one. Cheers for that. My head's wrecked, as you can imagine, at the minute. So I've not really been sleeping much with being so poorly again. And now I've got this on my mind. So sleep is going to be more of a bit of a challenge, I think, at the minute. But I still need to try in a bit. I still need to try. I'm just saying your doc maybe has done the paperwork, but the hospital won't see it. Okay. well, this is things that we need to look into further. I want to know exactly what is going on, and what's what, and where we stand. But this doctor I've been speaking about, yeah, has been dodgy since day one, mate. I've been getting bad feelings from her for ages, dodgy vibes. When she examined me a few months back, she barely touched me. She barely looked at me. She was looking more at my mum and talking to my mum and looking into her eyes than she was examining my stomach. And my mum was watching every move that she made. My mum used to be a midwife and a nurse for 40 odd years, 40 plus years, I should say, sorry. And she knows when someone's taking the mick and when someone is not doing the job properly when it comes to that type of stuff. She wasn't even doing a job properly then. She wasn't even examining me properly. She wasn't doing basic tests that she should be doing to me and getting me to do. So all this over time, it's just got worse and worse. Oh, fuck again, my back, right. My back feels terrible. But I'm not surprised after what I know now. But we'll know more later, guys. Like I keep saying, I need to get back to hospital later and see what they say and see what they do, and take it from there. I might get admitted. I might get sent home. I guess it depends on how things go when I get in there, when I get seen to. It all depends on so many different things, doesn't it? So, yeah. But I thought I better give you an update now so you're aware of kind of what's going on. And I've explained it as best as I can. I'm sorry if I've confused anybody any further. I'm just telling you what I've been told. And I've tried to tell you in the best way I can where it makes some sort of sense, hopefully. But I'm still in shock at the minute. I'm still in a bit of shock. And knowing that I've had an infection for how long? How long has this infection been in my body for? As long as I've had the symptoms. I've had the symptoms for at least a year to a year and a half. So I could have been I could be here this whole time with infections and not even be aware of it. And my mum has kept saying to me for months, Laura, it sounds like your body's got some sort of infection going on, girl. So she was right. She's right. It was some sort of infection. And then we're finding out the rest. One minute. Your blood work will have been available. This is from Susan. Your blood work will have been available to any department within the hospital. It won't be sent to each doctor or department, but like I said, they all should have checked them. Yes, Susan. Thank you, love. Yes, Milo, exactly. I had I've had an endoscopy done, and within the last year or so, I've had an endoscopy done, camera up the bum colonoscopy, the tests to check for lactose intolerance, glucose intolerance, and any dodgy bad bacteria within my gut lining anywhere. Those have all come back clear, negative. They're fine. So we know it's not anything like that. I've literally been tested for anything pretty much that I could be tested for to do with your stomach, your digestive system, vomiting, nausea, all that type of thing. So this has gone on for a long time. This first started over 10 years ago when it first began. And then in the past year or two, this has got even worse to the point of where it's got so bad, I feel like my body is proper shutting down on me. And it's got very, very scary. So my parents are in shock. I'm in shock. We're all just trying to process this information and then get back soon and see what they do with me. So there you go. That's the plan of action. So when I know what's going on later, whether I end up coming back home or I end up staying in, either way, I'll find a way to try to update you guys later on today so you know what's what. If you don't hear from me, though, don't panic. A couple of people have my number on here, and I do have an email, so if you need me, just contact me, okay? But if I don't see your message, it might be because my phone's messing about or I'm not getting notifications, which seems to happen a lot nowadays. My apps just don't seem to tell me when I've got notifications anymore, and it's turned on. But I do need a new phone soon, I really do. Right. Yeah, I've had ultrasound sounds done. I've had colonoscopy, endoscopy, ultrasound scans, MRI scans done. I think I had a CT scan within the last year or so as well, within the last, year to 2 years max. I've had many different scans done. I've had bladder scans done. I've had dyes injected, when they inject the dye into you, yeah? And I did that around my bladder area and things like that to see if there are any like problems there. So we did that. And yeah, I've had many different tests done, and everything's coming back clear. Most of it's coming back clear up until recently, where we're getting the truth now and the honesty. Okay, so this has gone on for how long now? And how long have you left me and not done anything about this? And how come you've not picked up anything from all the tests that you've done to me in the past few weeks, months, and year to 2 years? And where's the evidence? Because I've got evidence that we did the appointments because you sent me text to me bloody phone. Seriously, did the thing was stupid or something? Or what, mate? Wasn't born yesterday, thanks. Sorry, I just need to lie back a sec. Oh, and stretch my back a bit. I need to readjust these pillows in a bit. Get more comfy before I go to sleep, hopefully. But sorry, guys, my head's a wreck. It really is. But at least we're getting some answers, eh? Wasn't expecting it to go like this, like. Just concerns me how long I've had this infection for and how come they've not picked it up sooner. Those are the two big question mark questions at the minute, innit? Yep. Yeah, boxer. Oh yeah, Beth love, I've got the PCOS, darling, and then I've got the endometriosis on top as well. And people out there, yeah, that say that PCOS does not give you pain is taking the piss, and they can sit and swivel on that, love, because it does cause some sort of pain. And it's not just pains, it's the periods it puts you through, which is obviously more pain through that as well. The cramps and all that too, the backache and everything. But there's other things to it as well. People need to do the flipping research and understand more about these health conditions. And this is why I share my journey and document what I can so people can understand what some people go through. And it helps me to talk about this and to get people to understand. And I'm still trying to understand myself, especially after all this. So how long have I had the infection for? The symptoms have gone on for over a year. Please don't tell me I've had it for over a year. This is serious stuff, and it really has frightened me. And my parents are absolutely shocked at the minute and terrified. And again, we're still processing all the information. So, and we know we've got to go back there in a few hours and do this all again, but at a further distance. And I just have a horrible feeling that I could be there for quite some time because it's A&E, in it, in one of the big hospitals over there. So I've got to prepare myself for waiting for quite some time, but I hope and pray within a few hours I'll be being seen. But there is a chance I could be there for a bloody long time. But I'm hoping and praying when they know what symptoms I've got and what I've been told so far, and infection this and whatnot, and blockage that, they're going to do something about it quick time, and they're going to get me through the doors as fast as possible. Oh, God. Bless you, Beth. Yeah, it's horrendous. PCOS, endometriosis, vulvodynia, anything like that to do with the female genitalia that gets, problems. It's just so messed up, girl, the way it makes you feel and what it puts you through. It affects your mood swings, everything. The pains, the extra problems you go through. Some ladies can gain weight through PCOS and really struggle to lose it, bless them too. Then some people can be like me and be petite, and not have any fat on them at all pretty much. But we're working on it when my body allows me to flipping do it. But hopefully, when this is cleared up and we've got this rubbish out of the way, the infection and blockage and stuff, we can focus on other symptoms and other things that need work on. And then I can move on forward and get back to doing what I want to do, and have a life again, a proper life again. I miss being me. I miss doing what I love to do. I miss doing what I've trained to do. And I'm not going to let this beat me. I've put up with this for years now, and enough is enough. So, like I said before, if I need to take this further, if I need to, I will do. We see what happens over the coming hours and days ahead, and we take it from there, and we see what else we find out. Yeah, the bang bang not one, mate. That's MRI, Mickey. That's the one, Smiley. Yeah, that's the one. Proper scary, that one, in it, with all the noises. Hey, did you hear about that poor guy got bloody, was it a guy? I'm sure it was a bloke who got sucked into that MRI machine recently. Gotta keep hearing more and more horror stories about those things, you know. But they are super safe when you follow the instructions and you do what you're supposed to do. Don't wear any metal and then go into that flipping room. And that's what happened with this guy. Sucked straight in there, mate, like a frigging rocket. Didn't stand a chance. At that power and that speed, it's a massive magnet, in it. You're like a little pin to that. Oh my gosh. Oh. I'm getting peckish now. Oh. My throat's getting sore as well because I've done so much talking and vomiting this week. So I'll be coming off here very soon, in a few minutes. I'm tempted to have, just like a little bit of ice cream that's nice and creamy. And even though I'm supposed to be avoiding really cold foods, I'm allowed to have a little bit of ice cream or an ice pop now and again or whatever, that's fine. But cold can shock the stomach and everything. And I've been learning more about this through doing my Chinese acupuncture and Chinese herbal medicine recently. So, yeah, and I have heard these things before. So you got to be careful with the cold drinks, guys, and the cold water. Don't have too much because it can seriously shock the stomach and affect it and cause you more problems than you realise. Even though it's refreshing and it tastes amazing to have a cold, refreshing drink, it can cause you problems. And my body's been getting too cold at times, way too cold. But then other times I'm getting way too hot. But majority of the time, my body's been too cold when it should have been warmer. Okay. So yes, that's what I found out through doing the Chinese herbal medicine stuff recently too. So I'm learning as I go. We always are. We never know everything, do we? So there we go. So I might have a little bit of ice cream or an ice pop, just a bit, but then have like a warm drink on the side to have straight after. I just need something to just sort of line my stomach a bit, and I am tempted, but then part of me is tempted to have like a Caesar salad wrap that's got a salad in it, a bit of cheese, grated cheese, and some Caesar salad dressing, just in like a wrap, and just wrap it up. I'm tempted to maybe have something like that that's like light. I don't have to add the dressing. I'm just thinking of something to help it go down a bit better in the taste. I've had one chicken wing to eat all day, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. I've had one chicken wing to eat all day. Smiling. Yeah, the breathing thing, Mickey, they can say that on a few different machines that they use, scanners, x-ray machines, things like that. Yeah, it helps them to find what they're looking for and get the camera in the right, or scanner in the right position and whatnot. So yeah, it's just part and parcel of what you've got to do. Already have done, Beth. I've already spoken to her last night. Rang her up at like 9 o'clock last night. I was like, I'm sorry to ring you late. It's okay to speak. Oh, it's fine, Laura. I've been waiting to hear from you. I've been sending my prayers. Bless her, my Chinese medicine lady who does my acupuncture, cupping and massage and all that jazz, has been sending me prayers, bless her. Virtual prayers to me. She's been very worried about me, she said. So she was really grateful before that I rang her at 9 o'clock at night and told her what was going on, because that's her private family time there that I'm ringing up at. And I felt really bad, but she wanted me to tell her what was going on. So I'll be seeing her again once I've got this infection cleared out of the way and I'm recovered from that. I'll be going back to work, and then that's when the acupuncture and the Chinese herbal medicine will really be able to work properly because it won't have this infection or blockages in the way. It will be cleared, it will be out of the way. I can recover and rest from that. Not a problem. And we can start afresh and let my body have a bit of a break and recover properly and just gradually start getting back to things as soon as I can. I know what I want to do. I know how I need to do it. I just need to be able to do it. I need to be well enough and strong enough to do it and not in a state like this. This is terrible. This is really bad. And this could have been avoided. And how they've not clocked this in the past year or so from having all the tests I've had done, especially in the past few months, has blown my mind. It really has. How no one's picked this up sooner. Oh, look at that. It's doing it again. Is it doing it to you guys? Can you see I'm out of sync? I'm out of sync. My lips ain't moving at the same time at times, in sync with my mouth, my voice. When I start talking about things like that, it starts going all weird. We're being watched, people. We're being watched. Big Brother is watching you, leak. We've known that for years. Mm. Oh, I needed that. Then I've not had a drink in ages. Oh, Beth. But yeah, Milo, just seen you do that. Nah, it's not. And that's been checked as well. Just so you know, it has been checked and it's all good in the hood, mate. So it's definitely not anything like that. We've had that checked out, and I'll be getting further checks done as well when I can. But yes, I was going to say that I'm just in the process of getting my ID sorted, and then I'll be doing what I need to do with that. So that's the plan of action with that one. But I'll speak to you in private about that, whatever. So yeah, I will find out more later, people. If it wasn't so late and I wasn't on the clock here, I'd put the link out and get somebody to come up for a bit, but I'm just very aware of time. Unless we say like an actual cut-off point and it stops then, but then I've got to get up at 8 o'clock. Nah. I probably should not. I shouldn't probably, really, should I? No, I would love to, but it's probably for the best that I don't put the link out at the minute because I'm just very aware of time. Like I say, I've got to get up at like 8 or just got 8 and be at the hospital for like 10, half 10 latest, and we got to travel to get there. So yeah. Oh my days, Rick. What are you like, you, eh? What are you flipping like? And Beth, oh my days. He is a flipping nutter, isn't he, mate? He's a nutter, mate. I tell you what. Oh my gosh. Oh, and a belated happy birthday to Nutter. I believe it was his birthday recently, and I've not been about. I heard off the grapevine before that it'd been was it his 50th birthday? If so, belated birthday wishes, mates, and Mr. Nutter, the Nutter channel. Happy birthday, mate. I hope you had a great one, mate. Seriously, I hope it was awesome. Happy 50th. All the best, mate. Always. Nutter's so cool. I think Nutter's awesome. Bless him. Right. So I'll be here for a few more minutes, people, and I'm going to get my arse going. So yeah, I appreciate the people who stuck around and listened. Thank you so much. It has been complicated at times to get this out when it's just happened in a few hours. I've just told close family members and one of my good friends at the minute, and the rest will be finding out soon. But yeah, it's just a bit of a shock to the system, but at least we're getting some answers and hopefully getting closer to the end goal. It's just wanting answers, man, and these symptoms to stop or at least settle and me to be able to go back and get my life back more, and do what I want to do and not let all these illnesses, keep getting in the way. But I need people to be honest with me, and doctors need to do the jobs properly and not be leaving in these and not be leaving me in these types of dodgy situations. More could have been done about this. They should have found out this problem ages ago, and I've been left with a horrible infection in my body for God knows how many months. Hopefully I might figure out how long later on, but it's not good, and this needs sorting. No wonder I've been so unwell. Bowel infection and an obstruction of some description, a blockage. That's what we know so far, and as I keep saying, we find out more later at the appointment. Well, when I get seen to from A&E. And I'll update you where I can, people. Right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Whoever's watched this live and you watched it from start to end, you're an absolute legend. Thank you. Or watched it back in replay start to end. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I thought I'd let you know what's going on. I'm open with my health. I don't care what anyone says. Read the title. If you don't want to know, then you know where to go. Shimples. So that's that. No one's putting a gun to your head. No one's forcing you to be here. That's totally down to you, what you watch on YouTube or in general in your life. So that's down to you, people, not me. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding where you can. I know it's been complicated at times to get your head around this. Trust me, I know. And it will take some time to get used to this, but I will get there eventually. And we're going to find out what's going on. We're going to get a proper diagnosis. We're going to get the answers that we need. And we're going to get the medication and treatment that we need to. And we're going to get through this. And we're not going to give up. I ain't no chicken, yeah? Mama didn't raise no little bitch, okay? I'm a half Polish woman with a Polish flipping father and a beautiful, stunning English rose of a mother. So, I've got amazing parents and family and friends, and I'm very lucky and grateful. And you know who you are, so thank you. Right. Take care, everybody. You get some sleep, Smiler, as well, and everybody get some rest, yeah? I'll be doing the same soon, and yeah. Take care, everybody. Thank you, Beth, sweetie. I'll update you all when I can. Sleep tight tonight, everybody, and I will try to update you later on today at some point, either when I'm back at home, hopefully, or if I do get admitted to hospital and I get a chance to do a live stream for a wee bit, I will do, and I'll update you through there. If not, it'll have to be done when I get back home, but I'll update you where I can. A couple of people have my contact details. You know who you are. Feel free to get in touch if you need to. But if I don't see your message straight away, please just bear with me. You never know what will be going on when I'm going to be in the A&E. Right. Okay, people, thank you again for listening. Thank you again for being here. Take care, stay safe, and listen, if you ever feel like there's something wrong with your health and you're not getting the answers you need, you keep fighting for it, you keep battling on, and you don't give up. Look what's happened to me. But we're finally getting answers. But this could have been sorted out a long time ago, and I've been left to suffer even more. And my parents are fuming, I'm fuming, even the flipping woman that I saw before in A&E, urgent care, locally here, she was fuming as well. Not impressed at all with the way I've been treated, and the way the doctors have done their jobs has been terrible at times. Others have been great, but then these particular ones have been a nightmare. So there we go. But I'll find out more soon, and I'll keep you posted where I can. Hopefully I can get some sleep for just like an hour or two, and then I'll get up at like 8-ish and get ready to go. Right, people, take care. I'll speak to you soon. All the best, and thank you again. Thanks for being here. Take care, my lovelies. Mwah. Bye for now. Bye-bye.